Call us to find out how to put radio's #1 reach to work for your business. Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's Conversational Radio Show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome into the show. Thank God for another beautiful day. Hopefully it'll be a beautiful show. And Montgomery definitely needs a new mayor. That hasn't changed. I don't think that will ever change as long as the current fella's in there. And, you know, on such a beautiful, pleasant day as this, Eddie Bader is in the studio with me, looking like he's in the middle of summer.
Yeah, buddy.
And, you know, with tunes going, sun shining, looks like war is back on, baby.
Yeah, man. Sorry, but you're messing up the summer of Eddie with the gas prices again.
Some Trump quotes here. We hit Iran very hard last night, and we're going to do it again tonight. It's a waste of time dealing with these people. We have a score to settle with Iran. They're cuckoo. He literally said they're cuckoo. Also, Mitch McConnell. Yeah. I'm loving all the Undertaker memes. Everybody thinks he's dead, and then he's like calling everybody up. Well, tell him I'm still alive, Scott Jennings.
Is that what his Chinese wife said to do?
Yeah, and the governor of Kentucky is requesting a health update on him.
Probably a good idea.
His wife is saying, well, I'm not coming back for my trip.
Not coming back. I wonder why, Joey.
Well, I don't want that. I want that long.
So we're done with him.
Oh, and by the way, Zelensky actually dropping zingers at the NATO summit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Trump asked him, would you go to Moscow?
Mm-hmm.
And so he goes, I don't know. There are a lot of Ukrainian drones in the airspace. And you're like,
okay.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Anyway.
Yeah.
All that's going on and a lot more. Let's go to Jeff Poor, host of the Jeff Poor Show, editor-in-chief at 1819news.com. Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for having me on.
First, we talked about it a long bit on your show this morning, but your reaction to this ceasefire being over, it looks like the war's back on. How do you think this affects things going into the midterms?
I mean, initially, you just kind of look at the markets, and I don't know how reliable that is, but I guess as a reliable indicator as anything. And price of oil, it's gone up a little bit to be expected, but it's not the $100, $110 a barrel nightmare scenario. But I mean, I could see it. You know, if they don't get this fire put out, I could see it headed in that direction to $90.
Yeah.
Not a good place. And like to me, it's the political fallout from it. Look, I'm not like pro-war or, you know, any of that, but I just can't help but think that this is going to eat at some potential political victories for Republicans. And you got to ask me, what do I think is worse for the country, a destabilized or a threatening Iran, or Democrats making strides, especially in their march towards socialism? What's the worst case scenario for the country?
Yeah, I think the socialism is in the long run. And even Trump at the NATO summit recently at that closing press conference came out and said what's developing in our country is communism. You know, if I was selling communism, I would sell it the best. But it never works, folks. It's so easy to sell, but it never works. So what do you think really is the commie threat? Because, you know, I don't like what Mondami's saying. I don't like a lot of what these folks are saying who are winning these elections. I think it's something like 30 primaries, like potentially 5-6 members of Congress, something like that. But I don't know. My point of view is the true commie socialist element in this country was strong, say, in the 1930s, and they've been waning since then. Not to say they aren't still strong, but I feel like, in particular, Trump and then 2024 Trump was a huge blow to this, say, socialist world we long lived in, and we didn't even know it was socialist. But what do you make of this sort of march through the Democratic Party the Democratic Socialists are making?
I think the difference between this and the 20th century, flirtations with socialism and communism, I think it was an academic exercise in the last century. I think there was just all of these different, fascinating changes in Europe and different systems of government. They were kind of, it was the end of the monarchies, and they were still kind of trying to find their way in Europe, and some of it was really working really well, it worked a little too well in the case in Germany, but people were kind of well, they're doing this, why don't we try it? I think that what the socialism we see today is more of a cultural thing. It's a third world sort of mentality where you're told the government's the all-powerful, all-being entity in your life, and you're to expect stuff from them. It's just, it's not an academic exercise anymore. People really think that the government has some kind of duty to provide for you. Just something that's not I've never believed that was part of the American cultural DNA. I think that's the biggest difference. And to me, that's a little scarier. It's immigration. But some of it's the academics out there that are kind of marrying up to it. But I don't know. I think that the real fight first for these idealists to make it through the rigors and be enacted is going to take they're going to have to beat the old Democratic Party. It's not easy. They may be making some inroads now, but there's a lot of just sort of impediments to getting control of the Democratic Party. They put this off. They have themselves to blame. They put this off for decades, and you and I talk about this all the time. But that's the first line of defense. How successful will they be in really winning over the modern Democratic Party? Then once you get past that, if this becomes what the Democratic Party is going to be, and it's a real possibility, I don't know that it's in the DNA of Americans,
right,
to put government on a pedestal the way socialists do. There's just culturally, it's not a good fit. It never has been. That's why it's never succeeded. So I don't think we're there yet. I'm not saying this wouldn't happen sometime in the future, maybe long after we're gone. But I think for now, there's a lot more that has to happen before we see widespread socialism in America.
No, and I agree, especially on that last point. I think actually the Democratic Socialists are going to be quite successful in taking a lot of positions within the Democratic Party. I'm still betting at the presidential level, you're going to end up with somebody like a John Ossoff as opposed to an AOC. But one thing I do worry about, though, is there are a lot of, we remember that time frame when Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski and all these Democrats were like, please let Trump win.
Yep.
Please let Trump win that nomination. It'll be so easy for Hillary to just wipe the floor with him. And then, of course, history happens. I'm a little worried there are a bunch of Republicans like, please let AOC win that nomination, and they might be a little shocked when it comes time. I tend to agree with your point you just made, but you never know. If you get a nice media campaign going and the culture goes in a certain way that isn't explicitly political, I don't know. We need to be careful what we wish for in terms of who we want as an opponent.
I don't know that the Democratic Party would let that happen. They take a heavy-handed approach a lot of times. They have superdelegates. They have a system to keep a runaway populism from seizing control of their party. They do this. They use strong arm tactics. They play dirty. Look at Graham Plattner. I mean, not that he's not an awful human being, but the timing here. Let's roll some of these allegations out. They play a different sort of style of politics. And is the Wall Street financier that gives to Democrat campaigns and really takes stock in the Democrat Party? I mean, is the tech guy or these people who Democrats have really leaned into? Now, I think Hollywood's lost. They may buy into some of this, but I think you've got to win that over. And I can't see a Bernie Sanders or an AOC. There's just so many remnants of old school Democratic Party politics it may be generations before something like that is viable. I'm very skeptical of an AOC. I mean, we saw Peter Buttigieg win in Iowa, win in New Hampshire.
Right.
Then we saw something we've never seen before. And we saw Biden, the fifth place finisher. And he somehow pulls it out in South Carolina because of James Clyburn. And next thing you know, like 3 days later, Buttigieg is dropping out. There was some kind of deal made, I assume. He didn't take it to the very bitter end. Biden's the heir apparent now, even though he doesn't have as many delegates. And what happened there? Did the money dry up? I don't know. Did people just say, okay, you had a good run. Hope you enjoyed it, but we're going to we're the adults in the room are going to take over, and you're going to go away.
Well,
and I think that's just something that happens in Democratic Party politics.
Well, and from your from the recent history you just laid out there, in particular Biden winning South Carolina with the help of Clyburn, this is why I keep saying, by the way, Jon Ossoff, not just because I think Ossoff's actually pretty good at giving a speech and just carries himself. I can't remember who said this, but he has a thicker neck than James Tallarico. Tallarico's neck is too pencil neck. Ossoff can gotta still be a man while presenting the Democratic position, but it almost seems like could the South, in particular the black Democrats in the South, continue to be kingmakers in that party, or at least have a huge say in it, to where, okay, y'all do your crazy coastal elite stuff, and we like the socialism to a degree, but you start to run into the heartland when you have to win primaries in the Southeast and across the nation.
So I asked my last guest on my program about Jon Ossoff of presidential caliber. If he wins let's say, assuming he wins in Georgia, and that's probably a likelihood, there's a lot of appeal there. A guy who can win a southern state, it's kind of Bill Clinton-esque or whatever. But the problem, he said, and this may be the reality, he's half Jewish. And, I mean, we saw what happened to Dan Goldman. Can he overcome that? Now, I think he checks a lot of boxes. He is a celebrity in D.C. People woo over him like they did Obama when he was a United States senator. They see him out, they get excited, they want to get a picture with him. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. But running for president, and I mean, he has nothing to lose. He would keep a Senate seat if he got on the presidential ballot and campaign. The other problem with that is just his style of politics. He gives like a speech every 6 to 8 weeks. They really promote it. He's had some success. Does that style of building up your resume, building up your brand, you've got to like accelerate it, and you got to do it like every night. Can he sit down for an interview? Can he? We don't know. I mean, how many times have you seen Jon Ossoff on cable news?
No, I don't know. Or I think also this next cycle, can you do a Joe Rogan or Diary of a CEO? Can you do these 2-3 hour podcast tours too? Yeah,
can you do that? And talk about like other things besides politics. Can you come off as a normal guy?
Yeah,
with some life experiences and just stuff like that. But I do think there's a lot of upside potential there. It's maybe not quite there yet.
Yeah, and it's fascinating, the Jewish aspect of this, but it is especially it's explicit in the Democratic Party, but heck, it's happening on the right too. And it's fascinating to see somebody like a James Carville, kind of an old cat, say that no, I think a realignment's coming, and it's in particular the question of Israel. I don't know. I don't see the socialists, especially the Democrats, having, they're all river to the sea sort of folks, it seems like. But you got to wonder, where do the folks who are, say, the very pro-Israel hawkish types, where they end up right now? It seems to mostly congregate in the Republican Party, but I don't know. That could be a fascinating wedge issue where you have a lot of very powerful folks on both sides of the aisle who will defend Israel and believe in it. And yet you're now seeing with the younger crowd on both sides of the aisle, well, folks just disagree. It may not be as vehement as some of these Democratic socialists, but they're kind of tired of that being part of the conversation.
Well, but it's got to get brought up, and that's where the enthusiasm is. It's just like, I don't know if it's necessarily anti-Semitism, but it's certainly anti-Israel. And that's I would think that he would have people campaign against him on that to some degree. I don't know. I think that's a challenge for a Jon Ossoff type candidate, though. That is he ready for the big time? I've seen him on TV 2 or 3 times. I know when he ran for Congress forever ago, right after the Tea Party wave, and he didn't do that well. He was on TV all the time, and he never was convincing. He never seemed comfortable. Obviously, now he's a United States Senator, and he's probably going to win a second term. Then now he's a much different type of person, but is he ready for that big league swing? And, who's he going to be up against? But to me, I look at the landscape of Democrats, and you try to find somebody who could kind of thread the needle, and he's as good as anyone.
Now, I got to ask you real quick. Do you think Mitch McConnell's okay?
Scott Jennings, you're right. He's like calling everybody up, and he's showing signs of life. It is very strange. Elaine Chao in China. I'll say this. I was in D.C. 2 months ago, and we were, the way that it works, they only allow so many people in and so many people out at any given time on certain days when there's a dignitary or somebody. I have to be up there on one of those days with a bunch of meetings. And I had to wait. And then finally, you see coming up, being pushed along in his old wheelchair was McConnell and his entourage. So he's still making the rounds up there. Is he? I don't think he's brain dead. I just he's. My guess is it's like Kay Ivey. How many times have we said that she's?
Yeah.
Is he on the brink any moment, and then just shows up like a month later at a catfish restaurant or something?
Then I want to let you go with this one. And I know it's a very local Montgomery issue, but it looks like the Montgomery City Council was in deadlock, 4-4 delays moving forward with borrowing $375 million in the bond market. My read on this stuff is like, I don't trust these folks. And, I had a pretty good, somebody texted me a good point. It's like, if you're counting on surpluses because you aren't fully funding, say, police departments or other departments, so you have surplus money because you didn't spend it on cops, so we just can't find the folks to hire, apparently. Is that the best way to service a massive debt you want to take out for a civic center or arena that maybe pays off in 20 years? I don't know.
No.
Oof.
You're right. Don't trust these people. They have not won over the goodwill, right, of the people of Montgomery, this current leadership, I don't think. I mean, there's probably some good people in Montgomery government, but you start tossing that kind of change around and Stephen Reedland, and I think it ends in tears, man.
Yeah, and Eddie and I were talking yesterday about it's a Superfund site.
Yeah.
Where they're talking about. So before you could even start building something, I just wonder what the costs are going to be.
A lot of dirt.
Well, and the other thing is, it's like the water park, right?
Right.
Like all these big ideas. These big ideas are dumb ideas. It doesn't work out like they say it's going to. And I mean, this is, you didn't win the trust. If the water park were like a tourist destination and people were coming to it, then that would be, okay, well, these guys have a track. They are terrible at this, and they're making a huge mistake borrowing this money if it finally does go through.
Well, I appreciate the four that said at least let's pump the brakes a little bit on this and not move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll see. Yeah, I stick by it. Montgomery needs new leadership. And honestly, it's not even personal when it comes to Stephen Reed. It's just, I've seen things. I gave the guy a benefit of the doubt for too many years. And now you just see the product and you're like, yeah, this got to stop.
This is a bad idea.
Real bad idea. Well, I always appreciate your time, Jeff. If folks want to check out what you're working on, how can they do so?
1819 News, 1819news.com. Also, check me out on X/Twitter, x.com/Jeff_Poor.
Thanks, man. We'll talk again soon.
Thank you.
Again, Jeff Poor, host of the Jeff Poor Show and editor-in-chief at 1819news.com. So, yeah, the Montgomery City Council.
Yeah, that makes me feel
delayed it. Which is, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Let's see the breakdown here. It was a 4-4 split.
Okay.
It was, who voted for were Frenetta Riley.
Okay.
You know Frenetta?
No.
I don't know
Not
Frenetta.
personally.
Cece Calhoun. Now, I have met Cece. Oronde Mitchell. We've had Oronde on the show. And Andrew Szymanski, who's a regular on the show.
He was a yes.
He was a yes. They all voted in favor of suspending the rules on Tuesday to pass the measure. Ed Grimes, Julie Beard, Glenn Pruitt, and Charles Jenright, interesting,
Very interesting.
voted against suspending the rules. According to city officials, the proposed bond program would be used to pay for borrowing fees and fund a convention center expansion, housing infrastructure improvements, a new sports complex and amphitheater, city facility and service enhancements, and neighborhood improvement projects across Montgomery.
So if I own a business that would directly benefit from all that
But-
going on.
By the way, if you took out the convention center
Mhm.
thing, it would be only 175 million. 200 million of that 375 is supposed to be for that convention center. Like those other things, you might go, well, maybe not.
Mm.
But when you're talking about the lion's share of that bond is that convention
Construction.
center.
Joey.
Huh.
They never have overrides.
Uh,
Spend too much and double and triple what we were promised.
the mayor said Montgomery is at an important moment in its history.
Oh, Lord.
He said this in a statement on Tuesday. As our city continues to grow and compete for jobs, visitors, and private investment, we must also invest in the infrastructure, facilities, and neighborhoods that support that growth. This proposal represents a long-term vision for building a stronger, more competitive, and more vibrant Montgomery.
So how that being downtown is going to help any neighborhood? Is it going to come with a grocery store? Because that's one of the things they don't have in downtown Montgomery.
They've been talking about that for a while.
Yeah, I've been talking about it, but what's more likely to get voted on? Grocery store or
Ed Grimes said it was at the meeting that the bond plan was very vague on details, saying,
Thank you,
quote, here's what Ed said in full. It's a ton of money. If we borrow 375 million, we'll be real close to our legal limit. That's not good.
don't like that at all.
We'll probably borrow more money than this city has ever seen. It's a scary thing. These are very vague details.
Not only that, money wise, maybe not the time.
Cece Calhoun said the proposal would help attract concerts and events to Montgomery. Like I was saying yesterday, life in Montgomery would get much better if we got big acts like Lizzo.
Why can't we have them now? What are we missing?
Well, you kind of need a big space for a big act.
When's the last time you've been to the Coliseum?
Garrett Coliseum?
Mhm.
I think the last time I was there was the fair. And then the last time I went to an event just that wasn't the fair was probably a WWE house show, which they don't do much of anymore. Wrestling.
So you
thing.
noticed how large it was.
It can fit some stuff. Now it's old.
Of course, it's old.
Now I hope they've renovated
old or
some stuff.
matured.
Yeah, well, I don't see Garrett Coliseum, God forbid me, that attracted Lizzo.
Do you see $275 million spent elsewhere?
If we want to have the next Taylor Swift wedding, because there will be another one, we got to build something bigger. It'll be for the benefit of the people of
Why
Montgomery.
can't we do it for somebody local like Ella? Just say
Because Ella Langley's too classy for Montgomery.
this is true.
I'm not joking. But he said, yeah, we don't have, Cece Calhoun is quoted as saying, we don't have nowhere that people can sit. When we talk about expansions, these are the things that we need to do. 100% of people are going to agree on nothing that you do. I've heard everybody. I've made my statement. We are going to call for the vote. Vote your conscience. Get your projects or don't. Said it at the meeting.
Let's go with the don't for 200.
Glenn Pruitt said he wanted more time to discuss things, saying, quote, I think from my perspective, it's the convention center that's the sticking point. Yeah.
A lot of money.
Right, wrong, or indifferent. We were sold a bill of goods on Montgomery Whitewater, Pruitt said.
Oh, so we still got some hangover from that finally.
It was going to print money for us and be great. It failed or is failing today. I just want to make sure. Mayor, I just think 2 weeks of where we could sit down and talk to you and make sure that we are all comfortable or not comfortable. I don't think that's the end of the world. So Glenn Pruitt just pleading for more time in conversation.
He's going to pray on it.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all. But I do wonder with Jen Wright if your point about Garrett Coliseum's come up. I don't know. Like there's so many different ways this probably will get over the finish line. Just add more to the Christmas tree.
But no, especially if it's going to max us out. When you max out your borrowing, you know what happens? An emergency comes up, and you look at your people and go, hey, we already spent your money. We need a little bit more. They need to be better stewards of people's money.
And, I saw one message saying that this fella saying he remembers with the mayor using surplus funds to boost our reserves to improve our credit rating. And that was a good thing. Like, boost the reserves, you improve the credit rating.
Maybe
But when he now discusses a surplus, it's only there because employees are run out the door. You can't expect to pay this bond debt with leftover budget money.
No, I don't see how.
That money needs to be spent fully staffing our police department.
It's already allocated. Why are we spending it on something else?
A lot of folks think of this as Traffic Surge 2.0 or Whitewater 2.0, but much more expensive.
Super expensive. So let's see how they did with something that wasn't as expensive. How's that working out, Joey? Well, many people like it. It is a money loser. Argue with it all day long. It is a money loser. So are we down with bringing in a third money loser? And that what they quoted at 200, you can go ahead and double it. Just go ahead and double it. And what they say it'll be done in how many years? Go ahead and add 1.5 years to that. And not to mention the super fund.
Yeah.
Why don't we just start with some analysis of the dirt down there?
You know somebody can do that?
Yeah.
Dirt analysis?
Yeah, I do.
Nice.
Get a core sample. Not that hard.
Yeah. it's a lack of trust. I'm a no.
Yeah, I'm a no. A huge lack of trust. How many times do you have to get burnt before you go, you know what? You guys just stick to getting the streets paved and hire more cops. We'll handle the commercial.
No, and also, like, this whole idea, like, excuse me, pardon me for saying this, but what was the mayor's line here? He said, Montgomery's at an important moment in its history. Yeah. Every moment in history is important.
Always.
As our city continues to grow, are we growing?
No.
And compete for jobs, visitors, and private investment, we must also invest in infrastructure facilities in neighborhoods that support growth. It's a long-term vision for building a stronger, more competitive, more vibrant Montgomery. I don't know if this actually makes us stronger, competitive, or more vibrant. Now, and especially when the idea is like, let's just have more people from out of town, because that's what this idea is. More people from out of town come visit.
Yes. How many more things do we need to build for out-of-towners?
Anyway, it's been put on hold. Another 2 weeks.
Well, I hope it continues to be held up.
Anyway, this part of the program brought to you by Pest Pro Services and their Pest Pro. Ashley and that great team ready to help you out with basic pest control needs.
Yes.
They got what? It's like a monthly subscription?
Yep, that's the best way to do it.
And then, of course, they can help you out with wildlife control. Say there's a little squirrel or chipmunk or raccoon, God forbid.
Oof.
Something trying to make a home out of your home. They can get that little critter out of there.
Yeah, if it's small enough, Joey, they probably donate to you and let you raise it.
Just going to go right past that. They can also do termite inspection and protection.
Yes.
And like with a little bottle, a little feeding bottle.
Wouldn't it be cute?
And they can also do mosquito protection, which means they're going to kill the mosquitoes. They're going to spray and just get rid of the mosquitoes.
Yes.
They're awful.
They are.
I can't stand them.
I have 2 mosquito bites, not from my house. I went and visited my neighbors last night.
Yep.
I got to be honest. I told them they needed to get some Pest Pro Services.
Yeah.
I do enjoy them slapping each other with the mosquitoes, but it's going to affect me now. I went over there and I got bit. So I believe they'll be calling Ashley up this week.
So y'all check out Pest Pro Services today. You could always learn more at ppsriverregion.com or search Pest Pro Services on the Book of Faces, or just call them direct at 265-9990. That's 265-9990. And be sure to tell them that Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you. We'll be right back after this.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
I was in foot pain for 20 years, trying to give it relief, buying all these different insoles. Drugstore insoles, custom insoles. I spent thousands of dollars. I bought all these products, and not a single one worked. I really, truly needed to have relief in my feet. And the Good Feet Arch supports were what gave me the relief I needed.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people like Teresa. actually live the life they love without their feet getting in the way.
They wanted to make sure that I got something that my feet felt good in, not somebody else's feet. I love the fact that I can wear these arch supports in all my shoes. I have boots, I have cowboy boots, I have running shoes, I have walking shoes, I have flat shoes, I have heels. It makes me so happy. If you ask my husband, he will crack up because there is no store I would rather go in than a shoe store. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
We're located at 7341 East Chase Parkway in the shops at East Chase. Now hiring.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson with the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. Here are several ways to attract more buyers to your home. First, price it right to sell, not to sit. An accurate market analysis will tell you what price it should be. Next, prepare the home to show and sell by deep cleaning by a professional cleaner, including carpet. Declutter all rooms, including closets. Evaluate flooring, replace if needed. Paint inside and out where needed. And make the kitchen and bath sparkle. How about the exterior? Are the colors faded on the shutters or fascia? Power washing them and all sidewalks and driveways and patios prior to listing the house. Remember, your price and curb appeal will create a showing appointment. Your condition of the house will make them stay and look longer and buy quicker. For all the steps you need to take to get your house ready for sale, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group, 334-221-2883 or 334-551-0225.
At Alabama Home Mortgage, serving veterans isn't a marketing slogan. It's personal. Every employee at Alabama Home Mortgage is either the child of a veteran or the spouse of one. We understand what it means to serve, to sacrifice, and to put others first. We're deeply thankful for the trust so many veterans have placed in us over the years, but we're not done yet because there are still far too many veterans who haven't taken advantage of the VA home loan benefits they've earned. Yes, parts of the VA system are broken, but the VA mortgage is not. It remains one of the strongest home financing options available, offering benefits like no down payment for purchases and 100% cash out refinance. You earned this benefit. From our military families to yours, thank you. It is our honor to serve you. Give us a call today at Alabama Home Mortgage, 334-567-4223, or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. Wall Street tumbles as oil prices surge following the latest exchange of fire between the U.S. and Iran and President Trump's declaration that the ceasefire is over. The price of Brent crude, the international standard, jumped $3.94 to $78.10 per barrel. U.S. benchmark crude surged $3.60 to $74.04 per barrel. Shares of ExxonMobil, ConocoPhillips, and Chevron all rose close to 2% pre-market, while Delta, United, American, and other airlines shares fell between 2% and 4%. Big Tech lost some ground in today's early going after Apple lost its attempt to overturn a European Union ruling designating it an online gatekeeper subject to the strictest requirements of the European Union's Digital Markets Act. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Truckers, listen up. A $2,500 sign-on bonus only at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Work for a company that puts God and family first. 855-777-9785. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We've got a hazy, hot, and humid, pretty typical July forecast. There will be a sun and cloud mix. I think we're headed for the mid-90s with close to triple digits on the heat index and feast or famine on the storms. Many towns will stay dry, but some towns will get torrential downpours with lots of lightning. The storms tend to fade out at night, overnight low temperature down to the mid-70s, and very little change each day through Friday, probably Saturday as well. Hot and humid with more random storms. The storms could be a little bit more numerous by Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Live local talk. The River Region's only 24-hour News Talk FM station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
I don't know. Like on the Montgomery question, we can move on to other stuff.
Yeah.
I've been trying to find the words to express how I really feel about this.
Okay.
And like, is what makes a good community the amount of private investment, the amount of concerts and shows you can put on, the amount of tourism dollars. Is that what makes a community great?
No, not really. No.
Is money what makes a community great?
Money helps, but doesn't make it great. Helps.
Oh, because there's some people who have money that are wretched.
Oh.
Not happy. They do terrible things.
A lot of them. Yeah.
All right. And, you know, there are actually some poor folks that do quite well. They're broke, but they're not doing too bad.
Why you got to put my business out there like that?
Because I know, well, you're a little humble about it, and I just wanted to toot your horn for a second. Yeah, I don't know. Guess what I'm trying to say is I think the problem with Montgomery has much more to do with the heart and the soul, and it has to do with the almighty dollar.
Yeah, I think you're right there, buddy.
And can you legislate that? Not really.
No.
Not really.
I wish you could,
but
no.
No. We'll see. We'll see what the council comes up with next and the mayor comes up with next. But, I don't know, there is a certain lack of leadership in this place.
Certainly.
And I'm not just talking about politics. Let's go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
Hi, this is Betty.
Hey, Betty. How are you?
Pretty good. How about you?
Pretty good.
I've been sitting and listening to all these excuses why to borrow money.
Mm-hmm.
I moved up here 18 months ago, and it never really dawned on me until my HOA told me to clean up the end of my driveway. When I realized all I had to do was take a broom, sweep the street, and it filled up that gutter that I'm talking about.
Yep.
So when you go to spend money, all these frivolous things, you need to look at our roads and our bridges. When you're sitting, waiting at a light, look at the bridge you're on. It's from the 50s.
Yeah.
I think the infrastructure takes a lot more lead. I came from Orlando. They just had to have this huge convention center for all the tourists. You know, it's since 95% empty all year long for decades.
Same as here. It'll happen. Same thing will happen here.
Yeah.
That's absolutely. Don't let them sneak it through anyway and start building it anyway.
I think they had the whole idea if they build it, they will come, but it doesn't work that way.
No, we're getting ready to hit some pretty tough times
Right.
with everything that's going on. So don't go in debt. Don't let them put you in debt for nothing. This bonds has been a scam, the whole 9 yards. This is a group I don't need to tell that to.
Yeah, and it's particular Councilman Ed Grimes' point about this would push us to our limit.
To the max.
And I don't like that.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Like, if this was more, a 50% thing even. But if we're
Look at
actually
that
going
rate.
to the limit, that's nuts.
How can you take more people in when your roads won't support what we got?
Oh, exactly. Or your police force can't support.
No. Get crime down, our roads taken care of, and everybody's happy and go on, So,
Yeah. It's almost like they need to do the fundamentals before they try to put the cherry on top.
I think so.
Yeah, we need to look at who we're electing, see who they are before they get in office, that they're going to look out for the right thing, not promise fluffy stuff, So,
Agreed.
I love you,
All
Betty. I'm glad that you're part of Montgomery in
Yes.
this whole area now. Thank you for moving here.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. And actually, maybe I should. I've been waiting to write it for a while. If 50,000 people moved back into the city of Montgomery and started making their own choices, we might change things. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay.
I just don't think it is.
No. It'd take a while just to turn things around to make Montgomery more. Because you've got some great areas right around Montgomery. Wetumpka, Prattville, Marbury, even up to Pine Level. People are leaving the city. And I hate to say it, it's not everybody wants 5 acres. Some people just want where they feel a little bit more safe. school's a little bit better.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go to line 2. You're on there. Who's this?
Hi, this is Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, I've been listening to y'all talk about the city council meeting last evening, and I watched the live stream of it, and I just come away every time I watch the city council meeting just appalled.
Mm-hmm.
I really believe that Mayor Reed and his constituents, not all city council members, but some of them, think that the average citizen is just plain stupid.
Yep.
And it's going to take people standing up, going to the city council meetings, whether you say anything or not, but just be out in numbers. We are not stupid. I grew up here in Montgomery. I went to Montgomery Public Schools. And what got me last night was that in his opening remarks, Mayor Reed made the reference that Montgomery didn't need to be like Mayberry. Well, I think Montgomery needs to be a lot like Mayberry right now.
What's so wrong with Mayberry?
Thank you.
That's what I would like to know. And I'm like y'all, I don't trust nothing this man wants to do.
Right.
And if you watch the live, go back and watch it, you will notice the first person after this came up on the agenda to vote, Aronde Mitchell was the first person jumping on the bandwagon supporting Reed. Then C.C. Calhoun jumped on, and C.C.'s comment was, Mayor Reed didn't bring in Whitewater. Well, maybe that's the truth, but the fact is that the decisions that have been made in the past have not turned out very well. We, as a city and a community, do not want to go down that same road again.
Right.
I don't care who was the mayor. And I know I'm on the radio, but it's just like, I'm an associate professor, and I'm just like, you can lead them to the water, but you can't make them drink.
That's right.
And I'm like, the well is running dry now because he doesn't get that there is a serious crime problem in this town.
Yep. And by the way, isn't there a hospital that might shut down, or they keep milking us for money and stuff over there?
Yeah, shaking us down for money.
Well, I agree with that too. But, I mean, I just don't understand the mentality. I just don't. And, you know, it goes back to the why. Is it about me, or is it about what's best for our community? And I just don't think he gets it. But
agreed.
Thank you for listening to my rant.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa.
Y'all have a great rest of the day.
You too. Let's go to line 1. You're on the air. Who's this?
Simpler days.
Hey, simpler days.
Well, in simpler days in Mayberry, the mayor there was a lot more efficient than our mayor.
Yeah, a little bit.
Don't know about that sheriff's deputy, though.
Everybody's brother-in-law needs a job, Joey.
Well, I would have gotten my hair cut in Mayberry most any day with old Floyd.
I don't know. I feel like Floyd was up to something.
A little off the sides there, Floyd. And I'll slip you this 20 and tell me what's going on. I don't want to be like New Orleans with all the filth and all the crime. I mean, once you get away from, you know, the tourist area and the fifth quarter, of course, the fifth quarter isn't anything to brag about.
Right.
But once you get away from there, I mean, it looks like a third world.
Yep.
In all those neighborhoods surrounding all that entertainment and stuff. And, I mean, you want to live in Las Vegas? I mean, they got plenty of stuff. But people want to live in a city that is safe.
Yeah.
It's clean, and it's got a good school system. I mean, it's not so hard to figure out.
No, it's not. Not hard at all.
And there's so many things that could be, I mean, they could be doing in Montgomery with that money, putting in sidewalks and you know, neighborhoods that have never had them before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, walking trails, redoing some of the sewer problems and issues and water lines and all. I mean, just think of what they could do to beautify the whole city versus, and I'm taking bets now. I bet Las Vegas will have a line on it, gentlemen, of what they're going to name this monstrosity. Let's see. Is it going to be the Stephen Reed Rainbow Cultural Diversity Center? Is it going to be the Reeds, or is it going to be Joe Reed? Which one of the Reeds are we going to name it after? But the mayor might want to he might want to think about before he puts his name on there, because we know they took his deputy name off one building.
Yeah, as you can say, they got some letters left.
Appreciate Simpler Day.
See you Simpler Days.
That's a good point about the name.
Yeah, you didn't see that coming? If anything, we contract it out, and whoever's the highest bidder, we get to name it after them, and we change it every couple of years.
Well, given the way things are going with big arenas, it would probably be like the
Chisholm Gun and Pawn Arena.
No, I was going to think more like Alabama Power. Like, yeah.
Well, it had no choice at that point yet.
All right.
What about the casinos?
I was about to say.
Say it.
The Witten Creek Extension in downtown Montgomery. All right.
If it's at Superfund land, can you gamble on that? I mean, it's crap land.
Or it's like, it goes, say it gets voted through.
Okay.
And the project just gets stalled, like more money for like the actual cleanup
medical marijuana
process.
stuff, yeah.
And there's also a lot of scheduling problems in the construction, just scheduling, contractor problems, subcontractor problems.
Mm-hmm.
There's some lawsuits.
Going to be lawsuits.
Because especially, you didn't get the right minority contractor
or you promised minority contractors and you
Right.
used everyone but them.
and then you've got these overruns. And what's the contract going to be like? Is it going to be one of these cost plus things or?
More than likely, that's the easiest way to scam money.
But anyway, it takes forever, and then it sort of just is sitting there as this big stanky hole in downtown. Now, right now, the property they're talking about, they bought, and it's just sitting there, and it's been sitting there for a while. But it's just this hole, this gash.
Make it a parking lot, charge $5 for parking.
And it's like, we're 5 years into this thing, and it's like, oh no. And all of a sudden, almost like he's from the grave, he comes in and goes, I know how to get a project done quickly. The Tuberville Trump.
Oh, yeah.
Super Fund. Fun time.
Just tell you, man, I know they didn't, but I wish they would have at least tested the dirt before they bought it.
I'm sure they've tested it some. I just more wonder about what the actual cleanup cost after.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
The test, yeah.
Just to get started. Not to mention there is a plume that floats around the city that's going towards the river.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's taking that particular direction, but is that something else they got to worry about?
Mm-hmm. Now, my only experience in because I'm just a jackass on the radio,
Mm-hmm.
but my only experience of doing this sort of management, like a city budget and all that stuff, is for a while I played Tropico.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're like a dictator of a tropical island and stuff, and there's this whole debt aspect to it and finance aspect to it. And you learn pretty quick you don't want to finance up to 100% essentially what you could afford.
Because that's when the crap hits the fan, Joe.
Right, because it's great initially. It's like a nice boom time, actually.
But that money gets spent.
Yeah.
And how quick can we recoup it?
You can't.
No.
Revolution.
Just don't know if it's the best thing for the city. I'm not going to say just don't know. I know it's not the best thing for the city right now. There's better things to be done.
Let's hit a quick break. Maybe we can get Austin Baranko on the airways after this.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
You want your floors to scream new, fresh, and stylish. But if yours are groaning, tired, old, and outdated, you're in luck. Because at Prattville Carpet, you can revitalize your floors while you save on the best brands available with perfect and professional installation and Prattville's unbeatable lifetime warranty.
Hi, I'm Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. If you're looking for carpet, hardwood, laminate, vinyl plank, or ceramic tile, call us today for your free measurement.
Start shopping for your floors right now at PrattvilleCarpet.com.
Prattville Carpet, we're more than just carpet.
On FM, on your smartphone, and online, the River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
You told us yesterday there's nothing we should fear. Controlling the airways, you reach every ear. But I know the world is broken.
Sure is.
Someday they'll hear the truth.
Yeah, they will.
And when the words are spoken,
We'll come for you, Eddie Vedder.
Oh, he knows where to find us.
But Austin Branco, I guess, is busy right now.
Probably is busy making folks money.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they can make you money there at Invista Advisors.
Yes, they
Of course,
can.
they do a great job. Austin runs brokerage desk there and asset management. They're really good at it. In fact, you've heard their chief strategist, Brent McDonald, on these airways for years with Greg Budell.
Great guy, too.
And so, yeah, if you're looking for Austin and the whole team there to help manage that portfolio of yours, they can definitely help you there. But they do more than just that. They do across-the-board financial planning. Almost any financial concern, actually any, not almost any financial concern that you might have, they can help you plan for it. Or it could be you're in a jam. Like, I need a plan to help with this emergency.
Now, yeah.
In fact, it was a tragic call where it was a widow who was stuck, and her husband had been handling most of the finances, and Invista was able to help her.
Yeah, that's great. That's a good story for me.
Or it could be, something that's a little more touching, like you're scared out of your wits because you're about to be a new parent.
Joey.
And you want to start planning now, which is a good sort of scared, good sort of anxiety. Well, Invista Advisors help you lay out that financial plan for the kid's future.
Yep.
Or it could be you're more concerned about retirement and end-of-life issues. So again, across the board, they can help you with a financial plan there at Invista Advisors. So check them out today. Just start the conversation at 387-0094. That's 387-0094. And be sure to tell them that Joey and Eddie, those fellows on the radio, sent you. When we come back, we could do some Trump stuff. Or how much money would you spend on a dog for grooming and wellness?
Oh. You see, Roxy, she's got a smell to her. Obviously, no money do I spend on that.
Well,
except for the lake water.
There's this new trend where people are like spending a lot of money.
If you tell me $5,000, I'm going to be upset.
Try $800 red light therapy.
Red light therapy?
More on that after this.
Joey Clark.
From the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Trump says he is closing the door on that memo of understanding he had with Iran after Iran repeatedly attacked vessels in the Strait of Hormuz, including U.S. military targets in the region as well. The president said it's over now. He's open to renegotiating only if they put forward some honest negotiators. Other than that, he said that it will be a resumption of hostilities. In fact, the U.S. carried out airstrikes overnight. The president now threatening to strike Iran's civilian infrastructure, including electric and desalination plants. Speaking in Turkey today, the president spoke about warmer ties economically with Ukraine. He also said that he believes President Zelensky is eager to bring an end to his ongoing war with Russia. Also at SRNews.com, the International Monetary Fund has modestly downgraded its outlook for the world economy this year, citing the energy shock caused by the war. This is SRN News.
Let me ask you a question. Are you carrying a balance on a credit card right now? If you are, you're paying somewhere around 24% interest. Wow, 24%. That's not a loan, that's punishment. Meanwhile, you're sitting on a house full of equity at a fraction of that rate. The math is insane, and the credit card companies are counting on you not adding it up. Fellowship Home Loans does the math. For over 20 years now, Mike and Brian have helped families consolidate that high-interest credit card debt into their mortgage and start keeping the money they've been bleeding out every month. Everything is done in-house. One roof, one team, all with a servant-led mentality, people who know your name and treat you like family. Break up with your credit card. Go to fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G. fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G, or call 800-510-MIKE. 800-510-MIKE, 800-510-6453. Ask for your free mortgage checkup. Fellowship Home Loans, mortgage lending by the book.
Nationwide Mortgage Bankers, DBA Fellowship Home Loans, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 819382.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Victoryland.
Victoryland Casinos, crowning $25K free play giveaway. The more you visit, the more chances you have to win. Victoryland Casino, where you can be a winner too.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We've got a hazy, hot, and humid, pretty typical July forecast. There will be a sun and cloud mix. I think we're headed for the mid-90s with close to triple digits on the heat index, and feast or famine on the storms. Many towns will stay dry, but some towns will get torrential downpours with lots of lightning. The storms tend to fade out at night, overnight low temperature down to the mid-70s, and very little change each day through Friday, probably Saturday as well. Hot and humid with more random storms. The storms could be a little bit more numerous by Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
When the heat hits to the river region, don't wait. If your AC quits, Hands Heating and Air offers same-day service, or your diagnostic charge is free with their Comfort a Day or You Don't Pay guarantee, plus 24/7 service with no overtime charges.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. Montgomery police have made an arrest in connection with the drive-by shooting that killed 6-year-old Kaylee Taylor. 18-year-old Malik Demetrius Millender is charged with capital murder in the case. Kaylee Taylor was asleep in her bed when she was hit by gunfire from outside her Mulligan Drive home. Millender is being held without bond. A Millbrook cheer coach has been arrested on sex abuse charges. 37-year-old Todd Sterling Trollinger was arrested Monday on sexual abuse complaints in Gulf Shores from July 2nd. Trollinger is charged with first-degree sexual assault of a 17-year-old male and an adult female in separate cases. As of Tuesday, there was no bond available for Trollinger. Alabama's back-to-school sales tax holiday weekend kicks off Friday, July 17th. Residents will have the opportunity to purchase student school supplies free of Alabama's 4% sales tax. Montgomery County will be waiving local sales tax as well, which will save consumers a combined 10% sales tax on eligible items. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
And the match is about to begin. Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight. What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field. It's a dog. Well, they could do with extra players. She's going for the ball. Are front paws hands or feet?
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. So, how much would you spend on your dog? Now, you would spend a good chunk of change to, like, keep Roxy alive.
Yeah, I would. Now, that's the thing. In fact, my neighbor one time, his dog had to have, I want to say knee replacement. I'm sure it wasn't knee, but it was like $7,000. And at first, I was like, there's no way I'd do that. Then literally look over at my dog, go, I'd give you anything. If I got to pawn my house just to keep you alive, that's what I do.
So, but there's that.
But
then there's like, yeah, because there's this wellness health thing, and I do it to a degree, where you take supplements and like you're watching what you're eating, but then there's an exaggerated form of it that goes into two different directions. One's the very narcissistic, like looks maxing sort of thing, where I feel like you really are hurting yourself to a degree in order to look a certain way,
like the Barbie chick.
And then there's like that Brian Johnson guy that we were talking about, where he has this incredible, crazy, try to do this anti-aging regiment, where he's constantly tested and was taking hundreds of pills a day and had this exact scientific diet and all this stuff, and he's going to live forever. And it just comes out that he has autoimmune disease where his stomach's eating himself, and there's no cure for it.
Yep.
Huh.
And how that is, Joey.
It's almost like he thought science could.
There's no doubt.
Could win.
Do you think he's going to end up freezing himself like Disney and go, hey, when you guys can fix this, wake me back up?
Well, and before I get to this dog story and how much people are spending, the looks maxing thing. Here's a story from that world.
All right.
It's a looks maxing influencer. And I got to say, as a fella, like, he looks ridiculous. He's 32. Here's this photo. Look at how he has sculpted his jaw. It literally looks like the Chad meme.
Yeah, it's
a little much.
Though. Look at those.
A little too much.
Sunken in.
Yeah, it's a little too much. No, that's clearly from breaking your jaw. Little much.
Yeah.
But he's a self-proclaimed Giga Chad.
A what?
Giga Chad.
Is that okay to say in public?
Well, Eddie, here's the thing. You are a Giga Chad. You just
I'm a
don't
Giga
know
Chad
it.
too?
Yeah, but you don't have to say it. Whereas this guy is a self-proclaimed Giga Chad.
Should I be offended right now?
No, I think the Giga Chad meme is like just dude, huge muscles, big square jaw. Like,
no, that ain't me, dude. I'm round like a pear.
No, I'm not talking about your looks. I'm talking about what's on the inside.
Oh, it's just a big old heart.
Yeah, like Secretariat. But he had sparked some alarm with his erratic behavior.
Such as?
He had argued with a security guard at his estate and stuff. But he has 2.3 million subscribers.
Oh, wow.
And you think, okay, this guy, like, and you see other photos of him, and he's freaking ripped, like muscles for days.
Yeah, but is he one of those people that can't have fun?
Right. But no, like, if you're going to look like that all the time, I mean, we know a guy who kind of looks like that all the time. But he does.
But he has fun.
But, okay, but the whole point is, like, my body is this, it's pure narcissism.
I thought your body's your temple, though.
Just, yeah. Well, and he's going to just sculpt his very face, and he's going to get 2.3 million survivors, and you're only 32 years old, 5 years younger than me. Well, police pulled him dead from a lake Tuesday near his rental home in Thailand. It's about 16 miles south of Bangkok. Yeah, he was seen acting erratically and jumping in the lake to avoid cops. So you're like, you know how I said earlier, like a few weeks back, like chaos can be like a lot of fun initially. Like, man, I got these millions of followers. I'm vacationing in Thailand. God knows what he was doing with ladyboys and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like all the time, baby. And you get the document, you're just,
it's living fast, man.
Your hedonism and like all this stuff, and then boom, that moment when he knew he was dead.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, you jump into a lake, maybe he hit his head on a rock or broke a leg, or who knows? Maybe he just ran out of steam.
Yeah.
Like, I should have carved up.
Yep, exactly.
Seriously. In that moment, we realized, well, that's it. Like, what a sad, tragic way to live. You did all that for you, and then you just end up dead in a lake in some foreign country. Because you probably did something illegal and awful.
Kind of like me if I win the lottery. Be good for about 2-3 years, Joey, but it was a good 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, all these folks that look like they're doing so well.
Oh, most of them not. Look at your influencers that fall off buildings on the regular.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the influencers that commit suicide on the regular.
So the thing is, though, whether it's the look maxing and like the influencer world, or it's the science will win, science will make me immortal, I don't need God and all this other, like, I will glorify my own body with science. Like this Brian Johnson guy, and it turns out he's got an autoimmune disease, or it's now, at least to his credit, he owned up to it. It made me think at least he's a transparent fella. Like, and he has been very transparent with a lot of what he does. But that's kind of crazy. The most tested man in the world, probably medically, and they didn't find it until just now.
Takes the most supplements and things like that.
Crazy. But the thing is, people now can't just do that to themselves.
Okay.
They have to do that to other creatures of God.
Influence them?
No, spend way too much money. Thousands of dollars on doggy wellness.
Ah, Joey.
So how would you say the name Luce?
Lucy?
Lucy?
I mean, I know what they want to say, so Lucy, yeah.
Yeah, Lucy. 3 years ago, Lucy Clark, with no Y at the end, and her partner, that means she's gay?
I'm going
Is that a lesbian thing?
I think so.
I don't know. There are a lot of Clarks in this world. I don't know if I'm related to Lucy or not, but Lucy Clark and her partner were traveling through the Indonesian jungle when they spotted a small white pup tumbling through the brush along a busy stretch of road. After being unable to find the family he belonged to, I'm sure they looked real hard. They took him home.
Yeah.
These days, the scrappy rescue lives in Toronto. Oh, so they're Canadian lesbians.
Yeah, they're lesbianist.
Where he starts his mornings with a raw meat breakfast. How'd Roxy like that?
She would like it, but she's very picky. She'd get old in a hurry.
A mix of supplements and a goat's milk latte. The dog does. The dog starts with a raw meat breakfast, a mix of supplements, and a goat's milk latte before winding down at night with red light therapy, a red light therapy bed. I feel like he's my child. I want to make him feel good. Clark, who's only 27, told the New York Post, He's not your child. It's a dog.
Thank you.
As much as I love dogs, we don't deserve dogs. They're some of the most loving. Like, you see me, like, I barely meet y'all at the lake house. Like, oh, hey, Susanna, hey, Eddie, Roxy.
That's how I am.
I love dogs. And even when they're annoying, you got to take care of them stuff. I love dogs because they just love you so much.
Yeah.
But it's not your child.
It's not your child. And now I will say this, losing a dog, oh, it hurt.
Yeah, man.
But I worry someone like her is going to delusionment where it's my child. And it's not. It's a dog.
Well, and this is even a bad mentality even with a child. Rather than waiting for any problems to arise, we're using these small daily rituals so that hopefully in the long run, we end up giving him a nice, long, and healthy life.
I hate to tell you, where'd that dog come from?
Indonesia.
Nah.
You don't think the red light therapy is going to work?
No, I'm pretty sure he's got a parasite that's going to come to light one day.
But Lilo, that's the name of the dog, isn't alone. A growing number of dog owners are investing significant time and money into increasingly elaborate pet wellness routines that rival or even exceed their own.
Good Lord.
Today, luxury hotels and apartments offer canine massages and pedicures, while companies sell everything from AI-powered smart collars and laser therapy wands to at-home microbiome tests and infrared heating beds. Honey, what? The credit card bill's $1,000 more this month. What'd you spend on? Oh, I'm sorry. I want to check. I want to check Spot's microbiome.
The infrared heating. Just get a heating blanket. If you're going to spend $5 on a heating blanket, it works just as good.
In all, Americans spent a record $158 billion on their pets last year, with more than half going towards health and wellness.
What about pet insurance?
No, I took care of Gimli for a week here recently. And, like, he's old. Like, he is old. Like, he's 11, 12 years old. He's old for a laugh. And you can tell he's got the gray on his face, and he's got the hot spots, and, like, he's got arthritis. Real bad, like big dogs, kind of that style lap. So she's more of an English lap, so he's kind of heavy set. So we give him, like, one, almost like an aspirin thing, and, like, one little supplement.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just so he's comfortable. He's not in pain all the time. Like, that's it.
That's all you have? Not to be ugly. It's a dog.
Right.
Joey, they'll eat poop and be happy.
But here's 4 different dogs and their owners who love them too much, whose daily routines reveal what's fueling this wellness boom. So Lilo may have been free, but he isn't cheap anymore. The 3-year-old rescue's wellness-focused lifestyle cost his owners about $4,800 annually. That's just the wellness. That's not even food.
It's a week in Jamaica for 2.
His morning begins with a long walk where Clark prioritizes mental stimulation as much as exercise. We don't want him to just be physically tired. It's also ensuring he's engaged and fulfilled. Back home, that raw meat breakfast we mentioned, rounded out with super greens, roasted vegetables, omega-3 oil, dental supplements, and a goat's milk wellness mix. Before settling in for the day, Lilo tackles enrichment games that force him to sniff out hidden treats. Use your nose, buddy.
I do similar things with Roxy, but it's not so fancy. I get her up. She gets her exercise in the morning by letting her out to go pee.
Come evening, he climbs onto an $800 Betty pet therapy bed for a 10-minute red light session, while Clark slips on her own $600 Shark Cryo Glow LED and cooling mask. It's become a ritual. It's how we wind down for the evening, she said. She was inspired to try the technology after hearing a rumor it helped Paris Hilton's Chihuahua live to 25. Studies suggest the strongest evidence supporting red light therapy for dogs is in treating musculoskeletal pain and promoting wound healing. However, much of this research was conducted using high-powered veterinarian lasers rather than the lower-intensity devices available for home use.
Scam!
Yeah.
Hey, but that dog's living the best life, so good for him.
There's a woman named Amanda Lowe. Amanda is the first to admit her 2 dachshunds, Simba and Kovu. Simba's 5, Kovu's only 6 months. Have a better wellness routine than she does. I don't take care of myself as well as I do them. The 29-year-old Los Angeles resident said it's crazy to think about, though, because when I was a kid, dogs were just kept outside.
Yeah.
And they still are.
We had a dog pen.
For Simba, the extra attention started out of necessity. The pup has gut sensitivities, itchy allergies, and joint issues. Like many dachshunds, he also is at higher risk for spinal disc disease.
Yep.
True.
Hot dog dogs.
Stop jumping off the couch.
Yep.
To keep him comfortable and hopefully head off future problems, each day starts with a massage to check for pain along his spine, followed by stretches and a few minutes of physical therapy to build his core strength. In the meantime, Amanda rotates Simba's protein intake and uses lick mats for enrichment. When allergy flare-ups hit, he gets a herbal bath with Epsom salts or magnesium flakes. Red light is also part of his regimen. What is with the red light stuff?
It's the newest scam going. Especially for your dog.
Simba also occasionally hops on a vibration plate, another growing wellness trend marketed to improve strength and recovery.
Okay, I got a vibration plate. It is pretty cool.
What is that?
I should
What do you do with it?
Stand on it.
You stand on
You
it.
stand on it. It's got a bunch of different settings.
And it shakes?
It shakes, and you can do it up to, I forget the speed. But
Hey.
yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Loosens your body up, Joey. Us older people think I have something to loosen up in the morning.
Are you secure while you're standing there? No,
I'm standing-
you had a
I put my
balance?
hand on the couch and watch TikTok. So, I mean, that way I don't
Let me ask you, though. Like, so it shakes kind of like
Like
sudden?
wobble, wobble, wobble. Yeah.
Do you wiggle?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you're cool with that one?
Yeah, I'm very cool with that one.
Right, you ever
But
put the
not for a
dog
dog.
on it?
No, for a dog, it's stupid. He can go run. I'm not going to run.
And so essentially this woman spends $4,200 on Simba's care a year, and she's looking ahead, and she's eager to take Simba to an acupuncturist.
Why? She wants to. Well, I'm glad she didn't have a child. Let's be honest. Someone like this that's crazy with a dog, they don't need no kid.
Let's go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
Brubaker.
Hey, how are you, sir?
How you doing? Man, thanks for taking the call. Hey, buddy of mine, about my age, he's probably getting toward retirement, but he's a vet in a large southern city. And he told me that the best thing that ever happened to the veterinary business was career women who've never had kids. He says that, he has built this pet hotel where people leave DVDs, the pictures of themselves, so their dogs can watch it while they're going on vacation. And, I mean, he has made a fortune. I mean, this guy has made millions and millions and millions of dollars catering to the dogs, the pets, of career women who never had children.
Makes sense.
I mean, he said in his city, it is nothing for someone to spend $50,000 on chemotherapy for their dog.
$50,000?
Oh, yeah, he said it's not even uncommon. And he said, you have got people who have, it's sort of like the guy you were just talking about who they found dead in a lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He devoted his whole life to this career that, let's face it, self-glorification always ends in the same place, with just despair. Yeah. And so he said they're mostly women who decided early that they were going to have a career. They didn't care about having kids or families. They were going to have a career. And he said most of them were very successful. But at the end, all they've got is an empty house.
Yep.
And it's a big empty house.
Yep.
But no grandchildren, no nothing. So they devote all of this time and care to their dogs, enriching my vet buddy. And he said his pet hotel, he keeps enlarging it and he said every year I come up with a new thing that a person would only find in a Hyatt, except it's for a dachshund named Kimba.
Yeah, you should ask him about like these infrared recovery beds and stuff. It's kind of nuts.
Oh, listen, he probably invented the darn thing. The guy is versatile. He's like some guys I knew in the used car business who would just, bury people in debt. He will make people feel, he said when people bring their dogs in, especially if they're of a certain age, he will ask them, now, do you consider your dog a pet or a member of the family?
Yep.
And he has trained his employees to say, if they say a pet, they give them a terrible look and they close their book and say, I'm sorry. if that's the way you feel about it, we can't help you here.
Wow.
We only take care of dogs that are loved, and you clearly don't love your dog.
But he's doing it for the bottom line. This is so cynical.
Oh, exactly. And he'll admit it. He says if you go to a veterinary convention, and these guys are always coming up with new, cataract operations for dogs.
Right.
And anyway, but you've got an affluent group of people whose lives are empty, and so this is how they fill it up.
Yep.
And it's predictable. It's very sad. But if they don't have dogs, they become liberal. They've become those white liberal women that spend all their time trying to think of ways to destroy the country. Because he says they also, as a group, he says they're the angriest women I've ever met.
Makes sense.
Not
And
surprised.
it's very sad, but if you choose the world, temptations of, the world, the flesh, and the devil, and they've chosen the world, and this is what they've got.
Yep.
Yeah,
Anyway.
the daily mass readings late this week have been the prophet Hosea, and just yesterday went over how like the golden calf came back and stuff, and the priest this morning, shout out to Father Alex, was saying that that particular cult was an old Egyptian cult of fertility cult, which you can figure it out. It's sex and money. It's still one of the oldest temptations ever around, sex and money, and it shows up.
What does it say? What did the preacher say? There's nothing new under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all the same recycled stuff, and we keep falling for all of it.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate the call.
Thank you for taking the call. That was a very interesting intro. Thank you for doing it.
Thank you, Dick.
Thank you. Again, Dick Brubaker, folks. Good to hear from him. Let's go to line 2. You're on there. Who's this?
What up, fellas?
Hey, Duke.
Hey, Duke. What's happening, man?
Shoot, man. I feel like barking a little bit now.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Maybe get an infrared back.
Hey, y'all remember that? Y'all remember that story that when this lady kids didn't come to see her, and when she before she died, she had put in her will to leave all the money to her dog.
Oh, there's been several like that. Several.
Yeah, she left millions. She left millions of dollars to the dog and the housekeeper, somebody.
Those are the only ones who cared about her.
Yeah, so I like that right there now. I like that right there.
Especially I can be the keeper of the dog. We'll have a good life together. Always make sure he's happy.
Yeah. But I love myself some dogs too. Now let me go and put that on there.
Oh yeah, dogs are great.
Because that's the reason it would do for me to be rich like Joey. See, I have so many of those pretty German shepherds that I see on TikTok. Man, you saw that, Eddie? Those pretty group
Beautiful.
of puppies that somebody giving them away.
Yep. Yep.
If I got a dog, I'd get a lab. There's a stinky lab.
Yeah, labs are good. I've got a couple of labs. I love them, but I think next dog I'm going to get is either going to be a pit or a I can't think of the name of the other dog. Anyway, probably get a pit. I just love them to death.
Yeah, they are cute.
They're cute.
Really, I
lovable.
want me a pet cow. That's what I really like to have me a calf that raise them.
A pet cow, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a friend that can do that for you. Raise them out and have them slaughtered.
Couple of goats.
Oh no.
Couple of goats.
Yeah.
No, I want to kill him.
You just want a pet cow?
Now you want a full size cow or like a mini cow?
Oh, I think Big Back's got a mini cow right now.
A mini cow and
yeah,
a couple of goats. I just want some farm animals. If I need to holler at Duncan Lord to hook up some farm animals.
get you some goats, man. You can keep goats. I mean, they're just like big dogs, but they get out
They cut
like
the grass
crazy.
for you. They cut the grass for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we went by Goat Island when I visited
Yeah.
you, and you could see there was a goat climbing up a daggone
Yeah,
tree.
standing on his hind legs, eating out of the tree.
But let me put this on in though. Y'all was talking about the what's the damn thing? Convention center.
Yeah.
earlier. We need something, Joey. I mean,
Who's going to come there? Tell me
concerts,
what we're going to do there.
Me and my wife like to go to few concerts, man, every once in a while. But hell, I don't want to go to Birmingham or Atlanta and running from them doggone gunshots up there. I can run from the gunshots in Montgomery.
Don't they have a convention center up there? Is that where you're seeing the
Yeah,
convention?
Duke, maybe you should be mayor because that's the best argument I've heard for this thing in a while.
I mean, we need something to do.
Right now, we got a lot to do. Dodging bullets. Any place that opens up, any type of club or anything that seems to open up, seems to last within a few months, and then there's a shooting, and that's
But
it.
Now, some brilliant person like Joey or somebody brilliant person gonna come up with a place like Club La Vida down in Panama City.
That was it, man. Ooh, that was a
Yeah,
time.
you know, I think you can control that atmosphere a little bit better, you know, and come up with a way to metal detector for weapons and some kind of way. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, I agree, but I don't know if I'd want the responsibility of it. Let's say Joey gets mad at me and goes out to his car and gets the gun and shoots somebody in the parking lot. I'm on the hook.
Put some little ICE agent guys out there to spook the hell out of them with the
wouldn't be the
mask
worst
on their
idea.
face and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, hey, you're probably not that far off with Tuberville becoming
No,
governor.
that's
so.
exactly right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they'll have to
Yeah,
work together. You get your convention center, and Coach gets his National Guard troops.
Somebody's got to clean up the super fund.
And then we can all go see Lizzo together.
Where you gonna put it back in the guard? You like Lizzo, man?
Yeah, lately I've come around.
I like your first song she
into big
had. But
women.
she got a little crazy with some of that stuff.
Yeah, she's a little crazy.
She got like Nicki Minaj, want to grab her tail all the time. You know, I want to see you grabbing your tail all the time, girl.
I love that, by the way, that news cycle arc where people thought Nicki Minaj was going to get preggers with Elon Musk's baby.
That didn't happen?
And people say we're in the end times.
I thought that was going to happen.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
Girl, this woman will be ashamed of herself walking around these short shorts on right before me like this right here. Get on, woman.
Know what you mean, Duke? They set the trap. They set the trap, Duke.
Whatever happened to modesty?
Why they put short stuff on there and got trying to pull it back down for? What the hell they pulling it down for, Joey?
Because it's riding up in there. It ain't a looks
It's a little
thing.
uncomfortable.
I'm talking about women can have on short skirts. They the whole time they got the damn hand out holding it down. They let the wind blow and do what it do.
Oh, yeah. Well, again, with a little modesty.
Yeah.
I mean, anyhow, I ain't looked but one time though. I ain't looked. I turned my head.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, don't let that little monster whisper too much. Like, you know.
Anyhow, I'm gone for today.
All right.
I want to talk about the dog for half a second.
All right,
Great hearing from you, Duke.
See you, Duke.
Got the dog fever. All right.
See you, man.
Yeah, just start barking enough. You'll get a massage.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
Joey.
Hey.
Joey.
Yeah, you're on there.
It's Tia.
Hey, TS, how are you?
I just woke up from a nap and I'm hearing some kind of person claiming us women are all liberals spending money on our dogs.
Yeah, that's what Joey said.
No, there is but aren't there not a lot of liberal women that spend their money on dogs?
I'm not a liberal. I wasn't blessed with children. My dogs give me unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever that guy was, he can just come to my home and walk some of my dogs.
How much you spend on your dog?
I spend as much as is
But she won't.
necessary, but I don't like do weird crap.
Thank
I
you.
mean, when they need to be euthanized, they're euthanized.
But you don't do like acupuncture and red light therapy beds? You ever send them over to like doggy hotels and doggy spa day?
No, but if necessary, I take them to Auburn, a Bailey small clinic, to try to figure out what the hell's going on with them.
Okay, you're just being a responsible dog owner. We're talking about the folks that like go over the top, like they treat their dogs better than people.
Louis Vuitton dog carrying bag. Do you have one of those?
Well, wouldn't that be nice? You know, no, I don't have a dog. I don't have a dog closet with clothes or any of that crap. But you know,
Oh
I
man,
just
yeah.
woke up on the wrong side of the nap bed.
Yeah, I guess so.
suppose.
Well, I hope you get back to percolating soon.
Oh, I'm percolating. Y'all better be nice. You're not getting that cake that I threw out, crashed in the yard. I still have to bring it over soon.
I'd love to try that cake.
I'm ready.
Not the one that I crashed, but I got to make another one.
Either one, fine me.
I think it's going to be Friday. Isn't that when we have treats?
Yes,
Yeah,
Friday is
sure.
a treat day.
Okay. All right. I'm working on it.
Thank
Love
you,
Mom.
TS.
Thanks for your
Love
time.
you, TS.
Bye.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. But it's a little much sometimes. Like, ain't that the nature of a lot of stuff that goes wrong in life?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you take a good thing and you do it too much.
Yeah. Or sometimes not enough.
Definitely had that problem in my life.
Sometimes you don't give it enough attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It happens.
Well, a dog's a good thing. Spending thousands and thousands a month on spa treatments for your dog, maybe not a great thing.
Now, Roxy gets a spa day, but it's more of a, hey, we need her
A grooming?
bathed and
Yeah, like
nails
get it
stuff. and all
groomed
that,
once a month. Yeah.
And they do that squeezing of the, I can't do that.
Oh, the glands?
Yeah.
You don't like to do that, Eddie Bader? Thought you were a man. Thought you grew up in the white person hood.
I did it one time. You know what? I bet they pay people to do this.
So you'll spend money on that.
On that, yes. 1,000%.
It is pretty nice.
It's
Especially a dog that big.
I didn't know that was a thing until there was a situation that came up, and they're like, "Oh, you just do this." I went,
What is she running her butt across the floor or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just got to relieve her glands.
Mm-mm. Ugh. You ever had a cat do that?
Relieve my glands?
No. Rub their butt on the carpet.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yes, it happened. It happened to me one time. My cat did it on the boat as he was walking across the boat, and the guy's like, "Dude, what's wrong with your cat?" It's like, I don't know, but it's just I don't know what to tell you.
Mm-hmm. No, and I wonder how much this is also cat owners. It's like probably a different thing.
Oh,
but,
catnip, cat litter.
Oh yeah, there's stuff that you can get for cats, but like I wonder if the cats would even put up with a red light things. Like you probably get them all this nice stuff, and they'd crap on it.
Cat likes a box and a bag. You know, kind of basic.
All right, maybe a tree, something to scratch.
They get mad when you clean out your litter box, or when they clean out their litter box. They don't like that.
You know, Trump was in Europe or Turkey, as if Turkey can be called.
Turkey.
It's kind of the gate between East and
but
West.
you notice that the news, they don't spell turkey the way it's supposed to be spelled now. You know, the world changed the way we spell turkey. And I guess here in the U.S., they just refuse to spell it. Except
is it now like Turkey?
Yeah. And they just spell it turkey here. No
Yeah.
QE. Yeah.
No, it's like there's like a little.
Turquoise.
There's like a thing above the I that isn't normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's normal in other world languages.
Of course. I'm talking about America.
But do you know why they did that? This is what the stupidest part is. Because they got tired of people comparing and considering turkey like the wild turkeys, like the birds. So they wanted to be more distinguished and take that.
So now they're Turquoise.
Turquoise.
Yeah. So we could get to some of the Trump, because Trump said the ceasefire's over. These people are cuckoo in Iran. And Vance right now speaking live, taking questions from reporters. He's speaking in Milwaukee, I think, talking about the fraud stuff and a few other issues. And the Tyler Robinson hearing will resume soon. The accused assassin, murderer of Charlie Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
And have you followed that in detail?
No,
I haven't either.
I've caught parts of it. I just get so bothered.
Maybe when the proper trial actually comes around, I'll follow it. But I mean, some of the photos and some of just the takeaways where he is, he seems unbothered by the whole process,
right? Almost entertained in it,
and laughing and grinning, and like there's all sorts of forms of evil, but that's quite evil. And then the whole circus around it's just giving me a bad taste in my mouth.
Candace Owens just came out with something too.
Oh, really? What's she doing now?
About Ben Shapiro, and they were Charlie Kirk people were on the phone with Ben Shapiro after Charlie was first assassinated on the way to the hospital. That proves that Israel was behind it. And,
okay.
Yeah, I mean, that whole it's a gimmick, and it just ticks me off because I know there are people buying into it, and that's fine, but I know these people selling it know the truth.
Yeah, it is a gimmick,
and it burns me.
You can tell quite a story that adds up to a whole bunch of nothing.
Right.
Anyway, 272-9228. This part of the program, brought to you by Montgomery Men's Health. Yeah. And they're Montgomery Men's Health. They can help you out.
Yeah, they will, man.
You know, I'm a client there. And a few years back when I went in when they first became a sponsor of the show, just to get to know them, they're like, want us to check your testosterone?
That's
sure.
As a man, you certainly want that done.
Let's do it. And they came back in like they'd seen a ghost.
Yeah.
And they're like, you feel okay? I'm like, nah, I always feel like crap.
This is crap.
I mean, I work out 5 days a week and I try to do, healthy things. I wasn't completely doing healthy things. But, I was trying to some degree.
Right.
But no, I always just feel dog tired, feel just awful. And just sitting here right now, how I feel today, I think back to 5 years ago. Like, oh my God.
Well, you got more pep in your step, buddy.
50 pounds less. And back then I wasn't even that heavy. I wasn't on the upturn at that point, and I still felt awful. I'm like, what's going on with me? Well, they said my testosterone was like 200 something.
Yeah,
I'm like, what in the world? No wonder I was a libertarian for so long.
Critically low.
And I, just went by to the recent checkup, and it was like 740.
All right, buddy, you're breaking the meter. That's what I'm talking about.
You're a little too proud about that. Yeah, all right. But the point is, what they can offer you works.
Yeah.
And there's a whole menu of options, fellas, out there. And they're not just one of these fly-by-night places. They've been actually helping guys with ED and low testosterone, low T, for about 15 years now, and they've added things since then.
Right.
Urology-backed medicine, in-person care and visits, and then they're discreet, too. You might have some problems you're sensitive about. So just get by there. It's not like they just bolted this onto a medical practice all of a sudden. Again, they've been specializing in this for over a decade. And especially if you tried the online therapies and pills and treatments and they don't work, get by there. And at least get your testosterone checked like I did. It might be you're just powering through thinking, you know what, maybe I'm doing something wrong, or I'll just grin and bear. This is how I feel. You get used to how you feel,
It's the norm.
It could be your baseline is not where you should be. So get by there, $99 testosterone test, and you can get your numbers in about an hour. So call them up today. Make an appointment, gentlemen. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. You too can get better. 440-3663. That's 440-3663. Or you can always book online at MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Montgomery Men's Health for every man in every season of life. No, I think back to those when I first went by there.
Yeah.
It's like, it feels so much better now. Like it feels good to feel good. Where back then it was like, what drug can I take?
Well, now I think you're feeling more just normal.
Yeah.
When as before, and I'm the same way, just miserable.
Yeah, normal feels great.
Yeah.
And you forget that when you get pickled into certain lifestyles.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Anyway, we'll be right back after this.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
We're talking with Dr. Clark McLemore at McLemore Dentistry. Implant Day coming up on Wednesday, July 29th.
This will be the third year that we've done Implant Day. It is a phenomenal opportunity for big savings and a lot of fun, actually. Most people don't associate the dentist office with being fun, but it is a fun day. We have a lot of giveaways. It's a great opportunity to come, talk, let us see what kind of solutions are available, and save a bunch of money.
Book your spot today. Call 277-9570 or visit drmclemore.com.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. At PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
This is your roving reporter, and today I'm talking with a political activist.
That's right, man.
And could you please explain to us your red cap with the letters MMRGA?
Yeah, man, this is my MARGA hat.
MARGA?
Yeah, man, that stands for Make My Retirement Great Again.
I see.
And to do that, what you need to do is call David Ernest,
the asset preservationist.
That's right, man. You can call David at 833 833-596-7233. That's 833-596-SAFE.
And I understand that's a toll-free number.
Yeah, man. Get David Ernest on the case, and your retirement will be great again.
And you make these hats.
I do. Here's a whole pile left from the last administration.
And they say CPWABD.
Yeah, man. Corn Pop was a bad dude.
And as you said, there's a whole pile here.
Well, there wasn't much demand.
I can dig it.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Mr. Electric of Montgomery. Mr. Electric, we've got the power to make things better. Visit MrElectric.com.
Rich Thomas Weather. Well, hi, everybody. We've got a hazy, hot, and humid, pretty typical July forecast. There will be a sun and cloud mix. I think we're headed for the mid-90s with close to triple digits on the heat index and feast or famine on the storms. Many towns will stay dry, but some towns will get torrential downpours with lots of lightning. The storms tend to fade out at night, overnight low temperature down to the mid-70s, and very little change each day through Friday, probably Saturday as well. Hot and humid with more random storms. The storms could be a little bit more numerous by Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Big dreams for your home on a tight budget? AFE's $26.26 as you covered. Unlock your home's equity with just $26 in closing costs. No fees, no headaches. Visit your local ASE branch today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 420259.
News happens, you'll hear about it first. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Oh, JD Vance saying he'll work with Democrats to combat fraud. Yeah, I'm sure they'll work with you, JD. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Now,
how do you like his gray?
The gray and the beard?
Yeah.
I think it works.
And the old chops there.
No, I think the facial hair is back, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for my generation. And he's older version of my generation.
Right.
Facial hair is back for the millennial. And actually, I think it does play better.
With the gray?
Like if you saw, beard, just in
beard,
general.
Oh, yeah.
If you saw
Yeah,
Vance
everybody's
clean
weak
shaven,
shaved.
heck, you saw me clean shaven all of a sudden, I think people would be like, who's that?
It hides weak chins, but that's fine.
Yes, it does. Thank you
Nothing
for
wrong
that.
with that.
What do you think I'm trying? I'm trying to get rid of this feminine jawline.
Looking good. You know, it really looked good when you were going about 60 on the jet ski and it was all blowing. You kind of look like a model.
That did tickle. Folks, like I was going 60, turned my head, I could feel the wind, and I've actually shaved it back a little bit since then.
Yeah.
And I could just feel the wind like blowing my beard in the opposite direction. I'm like, oh, that feels pretty.
It was a good look for you. It
Thanks,
really was.
Yeah. But, the whole Tyler Robinson trial's ongoing, the hearing's ongoing. The top trending story at 1819 News is about Candace Hale, the former Auburn University and University of Alabama instructor who is suing both schools after being terminated for a social media post following Charlie Kirk's assassination. And so despite media reports to the contrary, Candace Hale insists that the settlement offer that her attorney accepted on her behalf with the University of Alabama was not approved and is invalid.
Oh.
She's asking Northern District Judge Eddie LaCour to decline to enforce the unsigned settlement agreement. In a pro se, what is that? Pro se filing? Yeah. Hale laid out some of her settlement demands, including no future employment bans, a sit-down meeting with university presidents or deans.
Why?
And her objection to a non-disclosure agreement clause, which plaintiffs had explicitly and repeatedly stated she would not accept under any circumstances. Meanwhile, Hale's former attorney has placed a lien on her for unpaid legal fees totaling over $27,000, actually $27,883.
That's why he settled. He wanted to get paid.
In a ruling Tuesday morning, the same day the Alabama Reflector and AL.com reported that the settlement had been reached, the court gave the university until August 17th to respond to Hale's claim that the settlement was unenforceable. Hale will then have the opportunity to reply to the response by August 27th. Hale's mother, Dana Hale, posted a response to the AL.com settlement to her social media, saying, fake news. Every other word, by the way, is capitalized.
Oh.
Fake news. If only this was true, my daughter wouldn't have to suffer going without health care, medical, asking for help on a GoFundMe. AL.com. If you didn't hear from my daughter or her attorney that it's fake news, you know the kind that it gets spread through someone who's hating on you for their own reasons. Prayers for anybody who wish bad on someone. Downfall. My daughter has suffered enough and still suffering. Give her a break. She's a strong black woman, but she is also a very sick woman. And one day when she gets the right to stand in front of these two universities she put her blood, sweat, and tears into, and win, she be glad to yell her win from the rooftop. But unfortunately, this isn't it. Shame on the crow that pulled this out from the crack in their own road. Suspicious, the first day of trial for Charlie Kirk, attempted murder for hire killer. It's funny that all these come out today of all days, LOL. Hale's new attorney, Richard Rice, provided a statement to AL.com on Tuesday saying that he hopes the school will settle without the ban in place for future employment. And, I mean, what did she say? I do not mourn oppressors. I do not show them empathy. This is as it happened the day of, or day right after. I do not mourn oppressors. I do not show them empathy. I don't give a damn about evil, racist, fascist, misogynist, homophobic, transphobic, xenophobic, mediocre white men who claim to be Christian individuals and do everything Christ would not do on earth. I will not mourn the wicked. We are getting closer and closer to the real assignment. Hashtag free Palestine, hashtag free Congo, hashtag free Sudan, hashtag no rest for the wicked, hashtag Kirk is in the dirt, hashtag hate is evil, she posted unironically.
So I'm at the universities. I say, okay, cancel the deal. We'll just stretch this out in court. We'll never pay you a dime. We'll stretch you out in court until the day you die. And then there's no bin for you at all. And the world will forget about you like they should have a long time ago.
And during For America 250, she went on to say, America doesn't deserve to be celebrated. America has yet to reckon with its dark past, including its ugly history of slavery, its reawakening of Jim Crow, and its bloody rebirth during the Civil Rights Movement in the 1960s. It never stopped harming its black and brown citizens. It only created new iterations of the same system and called them something else. The drug to prison pipeline, police brutality, driving while black and brown, redlining, institutional racism, all legal ways to disenfranchise, harm, discriminate, and kill black and brown people without due process punishment. Hale wrote in a post entitled, 250 Years in America is Still Enslaved by White Supremacy. As a black woman living in a conservative red state in Alabama, I see firsthand how political grandstanding and racism dance in a horrible foxtrot that impresses no one. According to her Facebook page, Hale was a paid employee eligible for benefits from Auburn until mid-May. Court records indicate that the trial for that has been set for 2027 with a pretrial conference scheduled for April 22nd, 2027.
Well, maybe Auburn and other people will learn, do just a little bit of due diligence when you interview somebody. Just because they check a box doesn't mean they're going to fit in with your team.
Yeah.
And why would you hire? Can you honestly tell me you would sit down with an interview and just what you read me about this person, you wouldn't figure out she's a little bit of a pain in the butt and wouldn't hire her to begin with? But I guarantee she checked a box.
But she knows the ideology, baby. No, and like, honestly, there are a lot of folks in the university system that believe almost everything she said. They would just put it a little more tactfully, or they'd keep their mouth shut at the right time.
1,000%. I'm over it, man.
Yeah,
if we're so bad, I'll gladly buy her a one-way ticket, just like anybody else would, but she can't come back.
Anyway, Lord have mercy on all of us. We'll be right back after this.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
The premier place the River Region turns to for news, weather, traffic, and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Eddie Bader in the corner on the trumpet there. Let's go right to the phones and talk to Michael Cohen with Cohen's Electronics and Appliances. Hey, Michael, how you doing?
I'm doing good, and he really blows.
He does.
I heard that.
He knows what he's doing with a. He knows how to toot that thing.
I heard that too. Yeah.
That's what you get for not being here all the time.
I wonder why I don't show up. I wonder why I don't show up.
Well, how's it going there today at Cohen's?
Man, this is going great. I have some stuff to report on the guy that ended up with the people out of Auburn doing their install.
Yeah.
We found out, or the customer told us that they were there for 2 to 3 months, about 8 hours a day, and I don't even understand how any customer would have the patience for that.
Right.
But it's like you take a system from Montgomery, you install it, you can't make it work. They ended up dropping one TV and cracked it, and it was a Samsung frame television, and they replaced it with a lower model.
Oh.
And it's just like, anyways, it's kind of like they where we are today. I mean, we're going to go back up there next week with some stuff to fill in all the blanks that they got where we can't get them repaired. But it's kind of like what they've done is they've done us a favor by getting everything up there. The speakers that he had in his theater system, the front three sound like they're blown. Sounds like there's something wrong with the receiver, but the customer knows everything worked before they took it up there. And I'm just dumbfounded.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that's the advantage of having somebody like a Michael Jacks that comes out there, can do the install, can make sure everything's done properly, and is going to make sure that it is working the way it's supposed to be when he leaves. And he's going to do everything he can because he doesn't want to have to come back.
Right.
He if you don't have time to do it right the first time, when do you have time to do it over? He wants to get it done right the first time. Everybody loves him, but nobody wants a nuisance call.
Right.
Where he's got to come back and be in your house and redo something that he should have done better the first time. So he does get it like it's supposed to be before he leaves. And, and in this situation, the customer is going to end up spending a bunch of money to replace things that the other people tore up. And, it's not fair to the customer. Had we moved it and broken a TV, he would have got the same TV again. And, it just baffles me that the other company can get away with not selling him another frame TV or giving him another frame TV to warrant the one that they broke.
Yeah, that's a real shame. Well, I mean, I know y'all are good for it. I know y'all are going to do it the right way, and it's just a shame this customer had to go through that. And they should have called you up earlier.
Well, and he's always used us, but his builder has some kind of relationship with the people.
Ah, yes.
And he felt like he had to use them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, most customers I know would be standing on the builder's head to make it right.
Yep.
We've already paid you once.
I hope he does.
But yeah, I hope he does too. So, but anyway, that's you know, we're not perfect at Cohen's, but we do try to make everything right, and we want to take care of everybody, and we strive to do it right the first time.
There you go.
And you know, and we also want to sell you good stuff to start with, but you know, there's no chance that we end up breaking a television and try to replace it with some cheaper version.
That's correct.
That's
that
pathetic.
doesn't give you all the features and benefits of what you had already paid for.
Right. That's just crazy. Folks, if you're looking for the service that it's just head and shoulders above everybody else, and also great products too, just check out Cohen's today. You can always go to thinkcohens.com to shop online, but I really encourage you to stop by the Boulevard, 2515 Eastern Boulevard here in Montgomery. They're open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 on Saturdays. And be sure to find Michael and say, hey, I heard you on that radio show with Joey, and Eddie was there that day.
That's right. They'll know it was a Wednesday or a Friday.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thanks for coming to work today, Eddie.
Hey, no problem, Michael. No problem, buddy.
It's a pleasure.
I'm leaving now, so I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Well, after my call, you can go.
See you later, Michael.
Thanks, Michael.
All right. Y'all have a good day.
You too.
Final hour coming up after this.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Trump threatened to unleash more military strikes against Iran after saying that the Iranian attacks signaled an end to the ceasefire. Later today, he also said that the most recent exchange of fire with the Islamic Republic did not herald a return to full-scale war. The president is known for sending mixed messages about his next steps. The president has announced the U.S. will license its Patriot air defense systems to be made overseas for Ukraine. That decision comes as a significant boost for Ukraine, which has been in a prolonged conflict with Russia. Oil prices on the rise, partly because of those renewed tensions between the U.S. and Iran. Stock markets dropping worldwide. As a result, the S&P 500 fell by 0.3% of its value right out of the gate this morning, and the numbers right now are the Dow down about 568 points, the S&P off by 30. This is SRN News.
Did you see the news? For the first time since World War II, the national debt is bigger than the entire American economy. Over $31 trillion, $289,000 of debt for every household in America, thanks to decades of reckless spending by career politicians. Do you wait to see how mortgage rates are impacted, or do you act now? You know how the game works. Rates go up, the bank wins. Rates go down, the bank wins. You're the one that loses. Fellowship Home Loans took losing off the table. With the Fellowship Home Loans soft lock, you lock in your rate today. Like right now, if rates go up before you close, you keep your lower locked-in rate. If rates drop, you get the lower one. Heads you win, tails you win. For over 20 years, my friends Mike and Brian have built Fellowship Home Loans around treating people like family. And I know, because I've been a customer. So has my family. While the country digs out, somebody finally built a product that protects American families instead of the bank. Go to fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G or call 800-510-MIKE. Fellowship Home Loans, mortgage lending by the book.
Nationwide Mortgage Bankers, DBA Fellowship Home Loans, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 819382.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Victoryland.
Victoryland Casinos, crowning 25K free play giveaway. The more you visit, the more chances you have to win. Victoryland Casino, where you can be a winner too.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We've got a hazy, hot, and humid, pretty typical July forecast. There will be a sun and cloud mix. I think we're headed for the mid-90s with close to triple digits on the heat index. And feast or famine on the storms. Many towns will stay dry, but some towns will get torrential downpours with lots of lightning. The storms tend to fade out at night, overnight low temperature down to the mid-70s, and very little change each day through Friday, probably Saturday as well. Hot and humid with more random storms. The storms could be a little bit more numerous by Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
1819 News.
Two major universities here in the state are coming out and expressing their disapproval of legislation being offered in Congress called the Protect College Sports Act. The bill is being offered by Senators Ted Cruz of Texas and Maria Cantwell of Washington. The presidents of Auburn University and the University of Alabama, along with their board of trustees, say this bill is presented as a way to stabilize the transfer portal for college athletes, but will do the exact opposite. U.S. Senator and former Auburn University football coach Tommy Tuberville agrees with the two universities and is opposed to that bill as well. Tuberville says too many people in Washington think they know college sports better than the coaches, athletic directors, and university presidents do, who live it out every day. He says the bill is seeking to micromanage what it doesn't understand. Tuberville is offering legislation that would limit college athletes from using the transfer portal. It would allow them a one-time transfer without penalty, and any further transfers would require the athlete to sit out a season. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Did you know that 70% of people experience a potentially traumatic event in their lifetime, and that 6 out of every 100 adults face PTSD every day? Help us bring hope to these survivors by signing up for your Alabama Distinctive PTSD Awareness License Plate today. The great thing is you can sign up no matter when your current plate renews, and the first year is complimentary. All you need is your VIN number on hand. Drive awareness, drive hope, and customize your plate today at atease.org.
This week, Brookwood police found 2 people who were house sitting dead inside the home and a man hidden in the attic of the same house. Brookwood police were called to conduct a welfare check after the homeowner spotted a suspicious person on his Ring doorbell camera. Police found 31-year-old Jose Alvarez Duenas and 22-year-old Jasmine Bates dead, along with the homeowner's dog. The suspect has been identified as 24-year-old DeKendrick Crawford. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number 1 in the number 2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Dewan Walker has been an Alabama Power customer since 1999.
We're being squeezed on every side. We hear about Alabama Power freezing their rates. That's the best news we can get. Alabama Power rate freeze will provide real relief for Alabama working families. Alabama Power is protecting their customers by making data centers pay their full costs. It makes me feel at peace. Alabama Power is really stepping up and doing what's right for customers.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
There are those that think I'm a very stable genius.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Now, Trump, of course, was at the NATO summit.
Right.
And he had a lot to say in many different settings there at the NATO summit, but this was like the closing press conference.
Okay.
Pete Hegseth and Rubio behind him. And let's listen in. This is on the Iranians, is what he had to say about them.
So when you say not a success, it's a tremendous success. The fake news likes to say how well they're doing. They're doing terribly. They have 350% inflation. When the war started, they had like 6%, 5%. They have, they want to make a deal, but they don't know how to make a deal. And then they go around shooting ships at night. I don't like that. You know, they're dealing with very fine people. They're dealing with Steve Witkoff. They're dealing with Jared Kushner and J.D. Vance, and they're dealing with Marco and Scott. They're dealing with great people, but I don't know. I think they're a little loco. They're a little crazy. But they told us they'd like to go to the funeral of a very a person who killed a lot of people. Khomeini killed a lot of people over the years. and there for a long time. Don't forget, what we did should have been done 47 years ago. It could have been done any time within 40. This has gone on for, they were the bully of the Middle East. So they're a much different country. Now, in one day, all of their anti-aircraft things are gone. That doesn't mean they're not going to get a plane at some point, but all of it's gone. Everything's gone. Their leaders are gone. They had leaders, they're gone, and they had another set of leaders, they're gone. Now they have another set of leaders, they may be gone. Who knows? And you know what? I may be gone too, because I'm their number one target. It's out all over the place. I'm their number one, because they're scum. That's the way they act, and that's the way they've done it for 47 years. But I'm doing what's right for the country. I'm doing really what's right for the world. They have to be stopped. And they've killed thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. They killed 52,000 protesters over the last 3 months. So when you say we're not doing well, I think we're doing phenomenally well. Our military has been incredible. Plus, we had a blockade. Did we have a blockade? Did you ever see a blockade work that way? You know, for you that said we're not doing well.
So Trump, well, he said earlier, too, the ceasefire's off, essentially reiterated that point about these people are scum, they're loco, they're cuckoo, they are crazy.
How do you know what you're dealing with? I mean, at the end of the day, I might have a deal with Joey, but not everybody's going to listen to Joey, and they've got guns too. So how deep do you got to kill the leadership? I hate saying that, but how deep has it got to go?
We'll see. Yeah. Soldier Boy, how you doing?
Hey, Soldier Boy.
Hey, taking my call. Hey, Eddie, somebody mentioned you blow good?
The horn, the trumpet.
Yeah, a lot of the music, Eddie's playing the brass.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay. I just want to make sure I got that. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that you were
he knows how to
that.
tickle a horn with his fingers.
Certainly.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. I've always been more of a drums guy, but
First of all, let me ask you a question. See, my dad always raised me right is right, wrong is wrong, black is black, and white is white, and there's no gray, there's no middle. You know, because he used to tell me, your mom cooked dinner. You gonna be home for dinner? Are you gonna eat with us? Or and I said, I don't know. He said, no. Your mom's not going to heat a bunch of food up for you when you get home. Either you do or you don't, okay? Well, listen, here's my thing. Everybody, and I'm going to, this is one thing Democrats don't do. Being a conservative Republican, I myself like to see both sides of the fence.
Mm-hmm.
And if I see it, I'm going to call it. Now, for example, we all know the story about the complicity of the left when Biden was mentally ill.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Everybody knew that. And it finally had books about it and everything else. But it wasn't until after the fact, okay? Is there any difference on the other side of the fence with Mitch McConnell?
No, not really, other than Mitch ain't president. But no, there's not that much of a difference.
Yeah. Well, there's no difference, is there?
No.
The Republicans, the old side of the GOP covered for his butt, too. No difference. Don't get on to everybody on the onto the left side with old Joe and everything. Everybody knew everything. I think a lot of people knew about Mitch McConnell. It was quite obvious, was it not?
Oh yeah,
of course.
So
of course they can't give it up. That generation in particular, they can't give it up.
Power. It's all about power in the old GOP and the old left side. It's just that's.
Yeah, and they end up looking at the funny thing too is like those boomers are actually, I think these would be like even possibly silent majority folks. Like they hold on so long, they end up looking like Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah, they do.
You listened to Trump's entire speech this morning, right? When he was talking with the press.
I've listened to a lot of it. Yeah.
Okay. Did you hear about Air Force One?
No, I didn't see that one.
Okay, I'm putting on my tin hat. Okay.
Okay.
Did you hear what he said that he was number one? What? Number one
on TikTok?
Wanted by the Iranians.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He also said he was number one on TikTok. We could play that later.
Yeah.
But
I remember that.
The
part.
clip we played. Yeah.
Maybe he's talking about there's some substantial threats that have been going across the wire and intel's picking up. Okay.
Sure.
And security. That might explain to why he didn't take the new Air Force One. He said that he didn't take the new Air Force One. Old Air Force One leaves to go pick him up. He doesn't leave on a new Air Force One. New Air Force One was built where? In Qatar?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Who's to say that plane wasn't thoroughly 100% certified?
Well, better be.
And we're going to bring it to exactly, never could be. And then possibly, okay, because a friend of mine was on Air Force One. He was telling me about the technology and advancedness and everything. He even told me that underneath the belly, that you couldn't see it if you looked close enough, you could. And he showed me some photographs of they had lasers. Okay, not just flak that fires out of the back if a missile comes, like in that movie Air Force movie show. You know what I'm saying? With some flak that fires out the back, and a missile fires at the rear end and backside of the aircraft. But he said he let the aircraft go to that base overseas so the troops could get a tour of it. It just sounds awful suspicious that there's more going on than he wants to say more, but he can't.
Perhaps. I mean, that might be one angle. It also could be it's just common sense that he would be the number one target for him.
Well, absolutely he's the number one target. But maybe it's been heightened. Would you agree on that?
Yeah, no, yeah, I'd agree.
And if Trump was a wise man and we're really at war with this company, he did quite unquiet. He promised them and told them there would be no bombing, no fighting, no shooting during the 2-day Khomeini funeral, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And he promised it, and he backed it up again, showing that he's a man of his word. He says it, it's gonna happen. Guaranteed nothing was gonna happen while he was commander-in-chief on those 2 days. Nothing, okay? Somebody would have answered to it. Be it Rubio or Hegseth or whoever. Somebody would have answered to it. So what happens now, I see, is I think there's some threats, serious upgraded threats against the president right now. Certain elevations of threats against him. Brings the new Air Force One all the way back from the United States, all the way over to Turkey to pick him up and bring him back home.
Well,
it's not just for a tour.
No. And we'll see what happens next because they're saying they're going to bomb some more tonight. Then I don't know. I'm at the point in this thing where I don't pretend like I know all the behind the scenes stuff, and I'm not saying you are either. But there's clearly some activity going on. Yeah.
Yeah, but you never notice that Mr. Trump always has an underlying little hint that he doesn't come out and say it, but he always has a little hint. But he's so tempted, he wants to say something, and he wants people to know that he knows.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and he has some underlying themes, and so we'll see, like you said. But I like what he said too. I don't want to hit the water transplants because the water plants are going to hurt the population.
Right.
Electric plants are going to hurt people. The bridges are going to hurt people. Well, maybe the problem is right now the regime has the guns. They've shown that they're going to kill 30 to 50,000 of their own people with no problem. Okay. And the people don't have guns. So it's kind of hard to have an uprising without the guns. It's like the movie we watched with Mel Gibson, The Patriots, in 1776. At least during the Revolutionary War, we had weapons to fight back. We had farmers and hunters, that had weapons. These people don't have weapons to fight back. Right. It's kind of hard to overthrow a regime that's got weapons. And I think that's how they keep it, by fear and threats against their own people. Because I guarantee you they're ready to overthrow that country.
Yeah, no, and I think Trump is right not to destroy the infrastructure because that sort of revolution could create an even bigger monster. But like I said, we'll have to watch it play out, and I'm hoping and praying that it'll get bottled up for too long, not just for political reasons, because I think it'll hurt the Republicans in the midterms, but just I want to see more people dead for no good reason. Same thing with Russia, Ukraine. It's just like, it's crazy.
Look, you're right. Like Ukraine, for example. Russia has over 3 million soldiers, male soldiers, that have died for this war, so Putin can put Mother Russia back together again. That is the only reason why Russia is at war. They want to be able to bully all the countries that have separated during the USSR broke up and become back and make it one Mother Russia. And they're fighting back. And now they're scaring the heck out of the Russians. They're attacking their home capital city, of Moscow. The tide has changed.
Yeah.
So it's just you're right. I'm not totally against, but I'll tell you one thing I think Mr. Trump needs to do. We need to take over that little island in the middle with the oil?
Yeah.
Oh, Karg Island.
Yeah.
We need to take that over. And I hate to say it, we got people, he's trying to fight a war where there's no soldiers who are going to die. But you know what they always said? Who's the guy that said war is hell? Who was that? Was that General?
Well,
who's that general that said that? The 4-star general.
MacArthur.
He said, MacArthur, that's who it was, yeah. He said, war is hell. And that's exactly what it is. And that's what these men and women have been trained to do, okay? And if a bunch of people think they're bad A's, okay, on Karg Island and want to take on these trained Marines, I went with the Marines, Joey, personally, when they took Fallujah over the second time. You don't want to mess around with these 18, 19-year-old Marines.
Oh, I believe you 100%. And they're itching for a fight.
Yeah.
They are bred, and I had a mortar shell that went off in our land shop local area network. I hid underneath like an Air Force lever, I hid underneath the steel desk and shaking, because concrete dust and cinder blocks are falling down everywhere. And the next thing, because it fired over the T-wall, mortar shells. So the next thing you know, I see the Navy guy and the Army guy keep on typing, doing the dust. The dust is flying everywhere, and they're still on their keyboards typing. I had my favorite person I will never forget in my life, Lance Corporal Chudowski, the greatest Polak I've ever known. He's a Marine. And he picked up his weapon, and I said, Lance Corporal Chudowski, where the hell are you going? And get underneath the desk. He picked up his weapon, loaded one in the chamber, and he said, you know what? That's what I've been trained to kill ragheads, and that's my job, and I'm going out to finally do it. They're trained differently. They're trained differently.
I
They're
believe
not like
you,
Air
man.
Force like me.
I believe you.
You don't want to mess with these guys. I don't want to mess with them.
Well, I appreciate the call, Soldier Boy. Good one.
See you, Soldier
All
Boy.
right. You have a great day, guys.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. They mentioned the Polak and, what he was talking about, especially Russia, Ukraine at this point. What is it, Act 4, Scene 4 of Hamlet?
No.
Off the top of your head?
No.
Let's just say Hamlet's in the middle of traveling away from Denmark.
Did he sleep with his mom?
No. Okay. There's weird Freudian interpretations that he's lust for his mom, but I think those are just people projecting their own crap onto him. Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's actually just pissed that his mom is like a witch who betrayed his own father and then immediately married his brother. He's kind of, it's a good revenge plot.
She's a woman, ain't she?
No, but he's kind of in between realms, and he sees these huge armies, these two huge armies amassing, and says, good sir, whose powers are these? And the captain says, Norway. How purpose, sir, I pray you? Why, where are they going? What are they doing? Against Poland. Who commands them, sir? The nephew to old Norway Fortinbras. He's the guy who, in the end, actually takes over Denmark, and this whole kingdom dies.
Mm-hmm.
But goes against the main of Poland, sir, for some frontier. The captain says, truly to speak, and with no addition, we go to gain a little patch of ground that hath in it no profit but the name. To pay 5 ducats 5, I would not farm it.
Ooh.
Nor will it yield to Norway or the Pole a ranker rate should it be sold in fee. Nobody's making money off this. It's just a name. Hamlin says, why then the Polak will never defend it? Oh, yes, it's already garrisoned, says the captain. Hamlet says this, 2,000 souls and 20,000 ducats will not debate the question of this straw. So thousands will die.
Mm-hmm.
Millions, if not billions, will be spent. And it's this line, and it's old language, but this is the impostum of much wealth and peace. Impostum, you think of it as an abscess.
Yeah.
Like something growing in you. This is the impostum, the abscess of much wealth and peace that inward breaks and shows no cause on the outside without why the man dies. And you got to wonder if that in particular with Russia is what's going on. That over a piece of plot of land for a name, now there's a little bit more industrial wealth.
A little bit more.
Than 5 ducats worth.
No doubt he's trying to put it back together.
But you got to wonder, is this a certain desperation and a certain abscess fighting over a name that is about to break Mother Russia?
Mm-hmm.
Though she ain't my mother. Yeah, anyway.
Funny what Soldier Boy said, talking about Craig Island or Karg Island. Apparently they attacked it, and Trump is talking about taking it over.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So and me, too, that's a choke point. I don't know why we ain't been there already.
272-9228. But, in times like this, I say pray. Do not underestimate the power of prayer. And I mean it, too, with, I think, for all the good folks out there and in politics and in industry and, everybody doing their part in their own house and stuff like that. Never underestimate the little old ladies, whether they're nuns or just little old ladies, whose prayers are probably keeping this world from going truly to hell. Truly to hell. Did you know this? It's a Marian apparition where Mary appeared. Do you know the miracle at Fatima? Where
I should.
I believe the sun dance, thousands of people saw it. It's very well documented. It's pretty crazy, actually. There's a recent breakdown on Matt Fradd's show with a guy who goes, it's very nerdy. They go for hours on end on multiple different miracles. But these miracles have convinced this guy not only become Christian, but become Catholic.
Okay.
But the 1917 Marian apparitions, it's in Portugal. It's right at the end of World War I. So think of your history. The war is just ongoing like crazy. Apparently, the Virgin Mary warned that if her requests were ignored, asked in particular to pray and consecrate Russia to the heart of Jesus.
Okay.
And if that's ignored, Russia would, quote, spread her errors throughout the world, causing wars and the persecution of the church. And then what comes out of that? From 1917? The Bolsheviks. And yeah, you want to talk about persecution of the church?
Yeah.
And it's stuff like that where you go, I only bring that up not to convince anybody to become Catholic. So look into Fatima, and it's incredible. Incredible what occurred there. I only bring that up to say that these fights that we have for politics and for land and for money and all this other stuff, there's a much deeper spiritual war at play, motivating all this stuff. And it helps to start seeing the world that way. Doesn't mean you lose your practical wits. You shouldn't, especially if you're in the actual political game. But best to know that God's still the one in charge and that there are powers and principalities that truly do envy us and would like to see us be destroyed. By us, I mean human beings. We'll watch it. We'll see. Trump, in the middle of all that seriousness, talking about war and Iran and trying to end the war with Russia and Ukraine and all this stuff, he brought this up in the context of communism rising in this country.
Okay.
Let's listen in.
Even in TikTok, I was watching somebody say, oh, the TikTok deal, it's so bad because they say the deal was incredible, but they think the word that gets out is bad, except the numbers just came out, and I'm number one on TikTok. And
of course he is.
All I do is talk about communism, right? So it's sort of good. I used it to get elected, too. But, you have to get your word out. But the numbers came out just a little while ago, and I was number one. Some ridiculous number. I never heard of numbers like that, but number one.
What a strange time we live in.
No doubt, dude. No doubt.
Anyway, this part of the program brought to you by Alabama Home Mortgage. And there at Alabama Home Mortgage, Kim Williams and Madeline Cannon are ready to help you out. Well, it's great seeing Madeline yesterday.
Oh, it was, dude. She just brings so much to the show.
Yeah, she
personality
does.
for days.
Absolutely does. I like it when she lets her hair down. So
Me too.
To speak.
Me too.
Fun. I like Madeline a lot.
Oh, I heard you guys got to give me a correction. Something about locusts and cicadas.
Yeah. I've forgotten it already.
I'm waiting for it.
But Ole Miss called in.
I'm waiting for it.
And said, yeah.
I'm hoping she'll bring it back up when she comes back.
They're more ground dwellers, right?
We'll have that debate.
Okay. And the other ones are more grasshoppers, above ground.
Redneck Yankee.
Okay. But they're at Alabama Home Mortgage. You don't have to debate about cicadas.
Nope.
Or locusts, as Eddie calls them. You can actually get folks that don't debate you, they help you.
Yeah.
They will guide you through buying a home. It all starts with getting pre-approved, to getting your finances in order, so to speak. get the financials together, and then you can go shop with confidence. Or if you're looking to refinance and really use that equity you've built up in your home, it's yours.
Yeah.
It could be to reinvest in the property or restructure debt,
right?
Especially credit card debt that's just gotten out of control.
No doubt.
Or it could be you're looking to shore up your retirement fund.
Not a bad idea either.
Whatever your goals, they can help you there at Alabama Home Mortgage. Just check them out today. You can always call them direct. Start the conversation there at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or you can visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. There is a difference in mortgage companies. Let Kim and Madeline prove that to you today. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender. We'll be right back after this.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Trust is the number one reason why a patient chooses a healthcare provider. Adams Drugs has been your trusted healthcare provider since 1962 and has been voted the number one pharmacy in the River region for many years. We strive each and every day to provide you the level of health care you have come to expect from Adams Drugs. The employees at Adams Drugs take pride in developing relationships with their patients, from making sure your prescriptions are filled correctly to getting to know you and your family's needs and following up on any questions you may have. Adams Drugs employees deliver top-notch service. We ask you to visit us at any of our locations in Montgomery, Prattville, Wetumpka, Millbrook, and Pine Level Marbury and give us a chance to earn your business. You can find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a man from outer space.
What's up, Earthling?
I see you've landed your spacecraft over there in that field.
That's right, man.
My question is, why have you landed here on our planet?
I came to see David Ernest.
The asset preservationist?
Yeah, man. I wanted to see if you would take a look at my portfolio for me.
Well, before you make the trip over there, call him on his toll-free number, 833-596-7233.
And I understand those last 4 digits spell out the word safe.
That is correct.
Funny thing happened the last time I came to Earth.
What was that?
I went to the Walmart, man.
Yes?
And I accidentally went in the back door.
How did that work out?
Well, they stopped me and very gently told me that I needed to go around front and come in.
And then what did you do?
I said, cool, man. Take me to your greeter.
You flew millions of miles just for that.
Hey, man, I don't ride them. I just read them.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com. This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
I don't have enough saved.
My credit has to be perfect.
I'll never qualify in this market.
Most of those beliefs are based on outdated information or advice from someone who bought a house 20 years ago. The truth is, many buyers need far less saved than they think. Guidelines change, loan programs evolve, and what applied years ago most likely doesn't apply to you today. The biggest mistake you can make is speculating about the rules or letting myths keep you on the sideline. Instead, call us at Alabama Home Mortgage. Let us educate you on what's actually required to buy a home. And if today isn't the right time, that's okay. We'll give you a clear, realistic game plan so you know exactly what to work toward and how to get there. Buying a home or getting a mortgage shouldn't feel mysterious or overwhelming. It should feel informed, supported, and achievable. Let us guide you through the process every step of the way. Give us a call at Alabama Home Mortgage today at 334-567-4223 or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Rich Thomas weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Truckers, listen up. A $2,500 sign-on bonus only at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Work for a company that puts God and family first. 855-777-9785. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We've got a hazy, hot, and humid, pretty typical July forecast. There will be a sun and cloud mix. I think we're headed for the mid-90s with close to triple digits on the heat index. And feast or famine on the storms. Many towns will stay dry, but some towns will get torrential downpours with lots of lightning. The storms tend to fade out at night, overnight low temperature down to the mid-70s, and very little change each day through Friday, probably Saturday as well. Hot and humid with more random storms. The storms could be a little bit more numerous by Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
When the heat hits to the river region, don't wait. If your AC quits, Hands Heating and Air offers same-day service, or your diagnostic charge is free with their Comfort a Day or You Don't Pay guarantee, plus 24/7 service with no overtime charges.
Trustworthy, accurate, immediate. Carrying your voice across the river region. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader in the house.
What's up, buddy?
What's up? And let's go to the phones and talk to Papa B. Hey, Papa B, how you doing?
Well, hey, guys. How many Polacks does it take to change a light bulb?
Back in my day, it was 10.
No, it's only one. And that's only because the 4 Germans that are changing it, they need to be supervised.
Oh. Back in my day, it was 1 to hold the light bulb and 9 Polacks to screw the guy in hold the light bulb.
No, I thought the punchline was, we need bread.
Oh, me. Well, so, you know, Trump, he just loves to punk these people.
Oh, yeah.
I swear. I've never seen such. And he knows what he's doing. He knows good. He knows full well what he's doing. He's just egging that CBS on, isn't he?
Yeah.
Every time. Oh, they love me on TikTok, you know.
I'm number one on TikTok.
Oh, that's dry. Yeah, number one on TikTok. And that just drives Joy Behar and the View folks just absolutely nuts.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyway, I wanted to tell you, Joey and Eddie, how much I appreciate y'all letting me come on and just rant sometimes. I know most of the time I'm just kind of all over the map. I try to contain myself, but, well, you know, I'm going to blame it on the medication, bud. You know, if it hadn't kicked in or if I'm behind schedule, well, there's no telling what might come out of my mouth.
I thought it was the surgery.
Well, that too, you know,
okay.
But anyway. So, but I am just passionate about people understanding why we are in the shape we're in and what exactly are the forces that we're dealing with here. You know, instead of talking around the issues, have a, you know, full facial, you know, right up front conversation about exactly what the problem is, and no sugarcoating it, you know, no trying to apologize your way to a point, anything like that. You know, the time for all that has come and gone a long time ago. We're at a point in this country that we've just got to go ahead and, you know, get to solutions. And the only way to get those solutions is you've got to talk about the problem and exactly where it's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how do y'all feel about that? Joey?
Yeah, I think you do have to. You got to look things square in the face, man.
Yeah, but you're going to have a lot of people.
And isn't that why really we're kind of at the point we're at? It's because people have been cowardly and, you know, facing up and getting to a point where we're, actually talking about what the problem is instead of trying to talk around it somehow. I think that's one of the reasons why we're in the shape that we're in. I mean, look at what is happening in some of these towns, especially just over the four. My son, I got him up in Charleston, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doing a great job up there. He's, just really hammering his career and everything. And up in North Charleston, they have that team takeover type thing up there, and people got shot. This one little kid, I'm going to shoot the police tonight. I'm going to shoot a cop tonight. Well, he wound up getting shot, killed. Why? Where does this emanate from? It certainly is not from good parenting skills.
That's true.
So, we've got to, this is what I'm talking about. We've got to go ahead and get to a point where we can get to solutions. But anyway, I could go on with this. Me and Sam have a lot in common. I tell you, we've got a lot to say. Some of it's good, but some of it is just rambling. Sam, I feel you, bud. But anyway, all right, guys. Thanks again for letting me call in.
Oh, yeah. I always enjoy Papa B.
Thanks, Papa
Thank
B.
you, man.
All right.
Let's go to line 2. You're on there. Who's this?
Hey. Hey, y'all hear about that Polish ice hockey team that drowned during spring training? It was a real tragedy.
Okay. I see how it is.
Get your Polish jokes in while you can.
Come on. Come on, Joey. Give me a few shots. I can take it.
He's inviting you up to the plate.
Few shots at what about you?
I don't know. You're the brainiac between us. I'm just some podunk.
Throw some math his way.
Some math?
Throw some math his way.
Yeah.
That'll shut him right up.
Right. I'm still stuck on the last time he called where I called you a churro.
Churro. I do love it.
Órale, güey. Está bien, güey. Tú puedes llamarme como quieras, güey.
There we go.
No me importa.
I think you're supposed to hit the dump button at some point.
No,
I
indeed.
don't know. Yeah. But I do want a burrito.
If Juan has 6 beers and Eric has 6 beers, and how many beers does Eric have?
12.
Eric has 12 beers. Beer math.
Yep.
All right, y'all. I'm not like Papa John or
Papa B.
Sam.
Yeah,
Papa B. I am not. I'm not smarter than either one of them, and I clearly dragged the show down where they actually try to do something. But I try to bring levity to all y'all's sanity.
There you go.
Sanity.
All right, well,
All right, y'all.
go sniff some more fumes
get
as you
together
paint
and-
that plane, buddy.
I'm going to. I already painted it. I'm going to paint the rest of it tomorrow, I think. So
Cool job, by the
one
way.
down, 5 to go. One down, 5 to go.
There you go.
We're going to get some together and kill some beers, man.
I'm down.
Yeah, man.
I'm down. Hey,
All
do you
right,
paint
y'all.
those planes? You use a roller? Or you just brush it?
No, we spray stuff.
Oh.
Spray
Fancy
out of a
pants.
2.5 gallon pressure pot. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Well, you just must not want to leave any traces like with the paintbrush or something, huh?
If you know what you're doing, you can do it.
Mm.
Just takes a long time.
You're right. Well, enjoy it, man.
You don't want to spray 50 gallons. You don't want to brush 50 gallons of paint. I can tell you that right now.
No, thank you. Hey, we'll see you,
All
dog.
right, y'all.
Later, man.
Adios.
272-9228 if you want to get in on the conversation before we close up shop. 272-9228.
Do you know anything more about the Jackson Hospital and the tax?
Not really.
Possibility of, hey, we want tax now. We're going to try to shake it down that way.
If I was on the county commission, we need to get Doug Singleton on just to talk to him. Like, what's up? Like, not just on that, but on many
Yeah, on a lot of things.
But if I was talking to Doug, I'd say it on air or say it off. Like,
what's the deal?
What's the deal here? And
Yeah.
because, like, we got to have a property tax increase to keep in business. Like, that doesn't, I thought the issue was your reimbursement from Blue Cross. Like, I thought you just needed that one-time infusion.
Right.
And we'd be all right. I don't know about this, man.
That's why I kind of feel like, and I think we all should need to know what's going on because it does at this point feel like a shakedown. And we all agree that we need the hospital. Nobody wants it to close, but I think there's a better way of going about it.
Now, because I this keeps happening to me where I mention a thing like the Miracle at Fatima or whatever, and like some of the predictions, and I don't think I'd do it justice. So I like looked this up real quick.
Okay.
There were 3 secrets Our Lady, Mary, revealed to these 3 children.
Okay.
And one of the secrets had to do with Russia. And this is verbatim from one of the children's memoirs, Lucia's memoir. And again, this is 1917. World War I is still raging. Mary told the children, "If what I say to you is done, many souls will be saved and there will be peace. The war is going to end. But if people do not cease offending God, a worse one will break out. When you see a night illumined by an unknown light, know that this is the great sign given to you by God that he's about to punish the world for its crimes by means of war, famine, and persecutions of the church and the Holy Father. To prevent this, I shall come to ask for the consecration of Russia to my Immaculate Heart and the communion of reparation on first Saturdays. If my requests are heeded, Russia will be converted and there will be peace. If not, she will spread her errors throughout the world, causing wars and persecutions of the church. The good will be martyred. The Holy Father will have much to suffer. Various nations will be annihilated. In the end, my Immaculate Heart will triumph. The Holy Father will consecrate Russia to me, and she shall be converted, and a period of peace will be granted to the world." Again, this was Mary appeared, an apparition appeared to these children and said this in 1917. Now, the way the church officially talks about this is you have good reason to believe these things were true.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a requirement. And they also don't say like the point of these visions, and I'm only sharing a little bit of it, aren't like literal geopolitical events. But again, what happened is a year later, World War I ended.
Yeah.
The night illumined by an unknown light is widely understood as the extraordinary aurora borealis visible across Europe on January 25th, 1938, just before the outbreak of World War II. And Mary named the exact Pope, Pius XI. Russia, under atheistic communism, did spread its errors, leading to the Second World War, the Cold War, persecutions of the church, especially through Eastern Europe, and martyrdom of countless faithful, and suffering for several popes. Eventually, the request for the consecration of Russia and the first Saturday devotion of reparation was made. When was it made? You go down here a second. It was made by Pope John Paul II.
Oh.
He first consecrated the world to the Immaculate Heart in 1981. And in collegial union with the bishops of the world, did so specifically for Russia on March 25th, 1984. Lucia, who at that time confirmed later in writing, this fulfilled Our Lady's request. What happened a few years later?
Yeah.
The Soviet Union fell, the Cold War ended, and we had quite an era for a time of peace. And it's just stuff like that. Again, you do need to be able to look problems straight in the face on a practical basis.
Yep.
But do not underestimate the power of prayer.
Never. Never.
And of the Spirit. Because I think a lot of the stuff animating folks, do you ever have those moments when you look at the political fights and you're like, this just doesn't make any sense?
Yeah.
Like, why are things so messed up? Why are people so confused? Why are people fighting this way?
Yeah.
And it's only gotten, I think, heightened in this
1,000%
last few years with social media and stuff. Like,
it continues to do so.
Like, it does just seem like chaos online. And it goes from a point of like, well, I don't like that person because they said that thing. I don't like this person. I don't like me because I don't live up to a certain standard. And if you take yourself out of it, you start to wonder, like, I don't know if everybody's actually in control.
No.
Like, we are not masters of our own house,
No,
so to speak.
not by no means. You like to think it.
And so the question becomes, who do you allow to be the master of your own house?
You get influenced so much by outside forces that a lot of times it's just compromise.
Right. And so I think you need to take up the spiritual weapons that have been provided through the ages to fight back this stuff, at least for you in your own house. I mean that in your own heart, in your heart of hearts, your soul, and I mean that in the sense of your household. At least do that for your folks. My favorite spiritual weapon is a rosary. Essentially, you can meditate on the life of Jesus every day. But there are many ways to go about this. 272-9228. I don't know. I just felt like saying all that.
Well, good.
Because for all the Iran this and the inevitable bloodshed of the Middle East and the democratic socialists are going to take over and ruin things and stuff. It's like, yeah, it could be, but doesn't have to go that direction.
Could be, though.
Could be. Depends on if folks repent. Really does. Anyway, I'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Pizza Perfect is carrying over the $10 buffet for July. They also have the perfect deal to feed your family tonight. Order any large pizza and get an order of boneless wings free. Pizza Perfect is known for their all-you-can-eat buffet, including pizza, spaghetti, breadsticks, salad, dessert, and drink, and it's only $10 in July. Available Monday through Saturday for lunch and for dinner on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Buy any large pizza, get an order of boneless wings on the house at Pizza Perfect, Coliseum Boulevard, Eastbrook, pickup and delivery.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. The hearing for Tyler Robinson is now ongoing again. Preliminary hearing. Before they get to the real trial.
Right.
But let's go to Ray Bowles of Prattville Carpet. Hey, Ray, how you doing?
What's happening, Ray?
Hot. Very, very, very hot. The truck usually gets here in the mornings, and it didn't. We literally just got through checking it in.
Oh, boy.
And this is times I'm like, okay, we're going to keep this air conditioner up here on 72. I walk in, they have it on 76.
Oh. Ooh.
Yep.
And Dad, I love Dad, but he's 80 years old and he gets cold quickly. I'm like, hey, you're going to have to bring a sweatshirt.
I was going to say, you're going to have to get Dad a sweater, man. Get Dad a sweater.
Yeah.
I have the same issue at my house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because your granddad?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, we have our different sides. I keep mine much cooler than him. The other day I walked in, I'm like, it's at 77?
Yeah, well, see, at the house, Angie's at that certain age when she's really, really hot.
Oh,
so
yes.
I go home, and when I'm driving down the driveway, I'm looking, and all the windows are fogged over. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's cold in there.
Yep.
And then I'm going to rat her out. Then she has the nerve when we get the power bill. It's like $450. And she's like, see, you left the light on in the garage.
Okay. I got the same treatment rate, except mine was you left the green light on in the lake, and that's why the power bill's so high.
Yeah.
It's like, that's $3 a month.
But, yeah, she was talking about the fountain in the pond.
Right.
And I'm like, baby, the fountain in the pond costs like $50. If we turn it off, we're going to lose $2,000 worth of fish. We're not turning that fountain off.
Exactly right.
We can It don't have to be 68 now, so you can go to that come to like 73.
Yeah, maybe at
But I
night
will
keep
say-
it low, but during the day you can let it ride.
Yeah. And if you need cooling floors, call Private Carpet at 285-8117. We don't have them, but it's the reason to call us.
Yes, it is.
It's the best thing on the market.
I heard about those cooling floors on that radio show, right?
Yeah, they don't exist, but please call 285-8117 if you have any questions on your floors whatsoever. We'll be glad to take care of them. Stay cool, guys. It is absolutely blistering today.
Yeah. Well, you too, Ray. Appreciate it, man.
See you, Ray.
Guys, have a great day.
You too.
Again, that's 285-8117. We learn anything today?
Hold on. I got some things here. Let's see. Jackson Hospital. We talked about that. Orange Beach. I think we're going to wait for her on that.
Orange Beach?
That fight this weekend. Wait for Erica. I want to talk to her about that.
Tomorrow, Erica will be on. There was a fight down at the Wharf Amphitheater.
At the Wharf Amphitheater.
And somebody got really hurt.
They said it was like a UFC brawl. One guy was like banging the other guy's head on the pavement. So, yeah. So that'll be interesting.
Crazy white people.
Oh, something we didn't cover, and I should have early on. Pest Pro Services, one of our great sponsors. They were voted the best pest control company in the Montgomery Advertisers.
I'm not surprised.
Community, best in the River region.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. Of course they're the best.
Neither am
I didn't need to see that award to know.
But we got to be able to give them that.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations, of course.
Yeah. I mean, that's great.
No, like,
and it's probably, honestly, a couple years in a row. They do so well.
Ashley's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, great business owner, great entrepreneur, but
just a great person.
Great person.
Solid.
Indeed. I guess we learned about Trump being number one on TikTok.
I got to go check that out. I watch a lot of TikTok, but I don't really see the Trump on there much. So maybe he's just not in my algorithm. Or maybe he's full of
Yeah, I don't have the TikTok.
Yeah, it's
got enough distractions in life as is, based on the thing I was just saying last
I traded
segment.
it in for the Instagram.
Instagram is the devil, man.
I don't really like it.
I mean, all this stuff's bad for you, but I've noticed, like, Instagram's the one it's like, hey, you want some lust?
That's the thing that keeps pushing. Like,
Yeah.
okay, here's a pretty girl. Hey, you want to see this a little bit more? You want
to see that pretty girl naked?
How do I
Right.
get out of this? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Thank you, but yeah.
No, you don't even say thank you. That's how they hook you, Eddie Bader. And then something just unwholesome.
They're going to set a trap.
Yeah, they are setting a trap. They've set a trap all right for you. They've been setting traps for years. You've just been stepping through them. You're like, I don't even think he knows he's in the trap.
What traps? Yeah.
By the way, the SPLC pleads not guilty again in the new indictment from the DOJ.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can drag it out, man. Drag it out.
And Somerville places an 18-month moratorium on potential Bitcoin mining data center with mayor's support.
Okay.
Like, why? How's that hurting Somerville?
That's what I'm wondering.
We could read the story real quick. Just came out at
All right,
1819.
let's see.
It's the city council approved that 18-month moratorium. It's on a Bitcoin mining data center. After local residents voice opposition to the facility, a data center depreciates the value of her property because of the noise pollution. Mayor Darren Tucker said they are well lit up at night, and they don't know the long-term effects. And it can cause people's electric bills to inflate every month.
Put it by the city jail.
He said, I'm all for capitalism. Doesn't sound like you are.
Not really.
I'm all for people making money, but these big companies are going to be from either Texas or Atlanta, and they're coming to rural Somerville, and they're buying 15 acres in a community that's just a farming community or a place that people have horses and are just looking to retire, and they're going to build a 10-acre building on that spot. Yeah?
Dude, start putting them next to prisons. Prisons already breed down the value of any kind of neighborhood.
So his reason is light and noise pollution?
Noise. So put it up by the prisons.
Or the company be like, hey, y'all want a dividend from this Bitcoin mining center?
Well, is it
that
just,
could just sweeten the pot?
Is it just
people will shut up
Bitcoin
real
mining
quick?
center? What if it's another type of data center?
No, but seriously, if it's a Bitcoin one, they're like, we'll give you a dividend, and it'll probably be a handsome
0.25.
dividend.
Yeah.
And
Give the city 0.25.
how quickly are people going to be like, the horses love it at night?
Those lights, they really help the horses
Yeah,
see
they
at
love
night.
the sound of that hum.
That's all. That's all it is. All it ever comes down to is money.
It reminds them of the neigh of their mother.
Nay, nay, nay.
Some days, as much as that transgender ideology stuff is a bunch of gobbledygook, commie gobbledygook, there's some days, Eddie Bader, I think you're a black woman born in the wrong body.
I do like mustard on my catfish.
Hey, everybody likes mustard.
Not really.
Not everybody?
Not everybody.
I like mustard. You saw me do that this weekend.
Right. I get called a lot of things when I do that.
Yeah.
Okay, I lean into it.
Nay. We'll be back tomorrow. Greg's next in Happy Hour.
From the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.